Sorry.
Does that mean I have fireball now?
I don't care how big the room is. I cast fireball.
Bam.
Room versus fireball.
Yeah, the room versus fireball. Just roll for initiative.
Yep.
This is exciting.
Fireball wins.
Okay. Well, yeah, Creed apparently is not leveled up yet. And
No,
Korthina has
I
not
just leveled up.
yet.
I just leveled up.
I see level 4.
Shut up! Refresh your page. I'm innocent.
Okay, refresh page. Let's see what happens. It still says level 4. No, it just probably hasn't updated yet. It's
Okay. Well, like realistically,
Okay, I
don't need
leveled
to
up.
verify, right?
I'm messing with my spell slots though. Or my spells.
Yeah, because I got to learn some new stuff. Yeah, boy.
okay. Let's do this over here.
We don't need revivify, right, guys? We'll be fine.
I have
Yeah, we don't-
Revivify
we don't-
Click on
too.
this thing.
Nah, we don't need Revivify. We'll be fine.
Well, actually, unironically, I do have Revivify, so if you want to save that spell slot for something else, it's up to you.
Fireball.
Fireball.
I agree.
I was gonna say that's exactly what I was gonna do. I love it.
Mr. Worldwide.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay. I'm able to make you feeble. Ooh.
Make people
scary.
feeble. Alright, I gotta
Yes.
go to my channel. Then I gotta
No.
go to my creator dashboard, because it doesn't let me go straight to the creator dashboard for whatever reason.
I don't know
hates
why
you.
it does that. Do you stream
Okay.
just right through Twitch or do you use OBS?
No, does it let me stream right to through Twitch?
Hmm.
Because
Yeah,
I go
I'm
through
sure.
OBS.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
So,
I was just wondering.
alright, gotta go to this thingamajig. And I gotta
Oh my
grab
god, Twitch Turbo.
this. Edit notes. Edit the public notes. Private notes are not to be edited.
I never remember to do any of that.
Okay,
Oh, I'm a horrible streamer.
so to recap last session, you guys beat up an old lady and took her stick.
It's just
alright.
the worst way to put it though.
No, okay. Fine, I guess I'll do the long drawn out version.
Please.
Engaging in a fierce battle, the party struggles against the arcane genesis sands of time as they continuously age. Char succumbs to time as he is the first to fall. After some time, they are able to break the hourglass that rests on the vestige of Elira Valitra, which reverses all the effects of the spell. Elira then breaks into 3 parts, and the battle continues. Some of the party members go down multiple times, but they are able to defeat the fractured vestiges. As this happens, the vestiges fall apart and fall into the ether. Elira reveals her true form and congratulates the party on their success. She gives them her personal staff, a key to the next trial, and an orb of memory. When it gets picked up, they see a vision where the ancient hero party is engaged in battle with the devil. They see Elira using Arcane Genesis for the first time. After the vision, they ask Elira many questions. They ask about Arcane Genesis and its nature. They ask about Rommel and Aloysius. Returning to the previous layer, they have a brief discussion with Rommel Draxton about Elira and Azara before leaving the tomb and setting up camp for the night. They find that there are fresh corpses in front of the tomb, likely from the stone guardians protecting it. They decide to set up camp on top of the dead bodies. And that's where we're starting.
Yee.
Whoa. Okay.
One of you wakes with a start because you just have a not-so-great dream.
Awesome.
In
See
that
Theodmer
case-
just sewing something when you wake up. He's been sewing all night.
Lavender just like looks over, then just decides to sit up and sit by one of the guardians, and just stays silent the rest of the night.
Me. Snoring noises.
Lots of snoring noises.
Okay.
Lots of snoring.
So
No, I don't snore.
you all get a long rest, and you wake up. Nothing seems to have happened throughout the night.
Good, good.
The stone guardians remain effectively motionless. Alright.
Did everyone? Well,
Fair
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Totally. Ah. Anyway. Okay, there's Char, there's Lavender. Gloom, are you awake? Gloom.
Yeah.
Gloom. Hey, Gloom. Okay.
What do you?
He's like nudging her with his foot. Listen, I wanted to make sure you were still breathing.
You could have just asked. You didn't have to, you know. Keep
Okay, are
bothering
you still
me.
are you still breathing?
She's just gonna walk away.
Korthina is up. Theodmer, you never fell asleep, right?
No, I've been awake all night. Y'all snore.
I do not.
Which one of us snores?
Believe it or not, most of you.
I 100% believe that. I have like sleep apnea.
Haven't been drinking.
Anyway. You said that Theodmer was sewing?
Yes, he's just sewing together like a cloak.
Yeah, was that just something to midday night? Anything special, or?
Well, I can't wear the same outfit twice a day, and I don't have another outfit on me.
So you just stitch your...
That's what I'm pretty sure you've been wearing the same outfit for the past week or whatever. We've been walking
No.
here.
Every time you sleep, I change it up by a little bit.
I suppose so. Why don't you just buy clothes in town?
Because I could make my own clothes. It'd be wasteful to buy clothes.
Fair
I also
enough.
don't
I'm not-
sweat, so it doesn't really get dirty.
Well, lucky you. He like looks down at his like muddy, sandy, sweaty ass clothes. Just,
If you'd like to leave your clothes with me at night, I could always stitch it up or clean it up.
no, I'll just do laundry next time we hit a river or something.
Alright, if you say so.
So, what are our plans for today?
I suppose we just head back.
Yeah, head back,
We'll have to work out
reconvene.
with-
Yeah. Right, we'll come up with the next plan of attack here. We got a lot on our plate from the sounds of it.
Well, my question is, are we splitting up or are we all going together to the places we've discussed?
I would think stick together. I'm kind of paranoid about going to places on
Yes.
my own.
Yeah, right now I don't want to be by myself.
Not
If
very
that sounds weird.
independent.
I'm tired still.
That's fine. You can sleep in the back of the carriage. I'll guide the horses.
Nope.
You guys
Just
got a
scream
carriage?
if you need me.
I
Wait.
I thought we
left
did.
behind
Oh
forest.
no, we couldn't get it through the forest. That's right.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
We couldn't have anything to pull it either because the animals don't like being in here.
Mm,
Yeah, that's an excellent point, actually. Is Lyra here? The falcon, or?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I like to
what the fuck?
headcanon.
Your loyal animals, stick around. But they're not happy about it.
Yeah, they're not. Completely understandable, Lyra. Completely understandable.
I'd like to headcanon that Lyra and the owl, because I don't think we give the owl an actual name, are sort of just bickering and
Yes.
birdish.
Wonder what they're on about. What do you think, Theodmer? Does your owl have like an ego?
An ego? I'm not sure. It's got too little flesh to have an ego, I'd like to say. Maybe they were fighting over some prey, though that doesn't make sense because it doesn't have a stomach either.
Maybe they're just both hungry. Right, yours doesn't have a stomach.
Yes, I think that's the issue. We'll figure out the hungry part when we get back to town, I suppose.
And Creed will take out his bird whistle and call Lyra over and kind of put on his falconer's glove, all that. All right. So break camp and I guess start hiking back.
Yeet. Let's go.
Wonderful. If you don't, you all remember the way, right? I'm just gonna talk to Theodmer about something if I can.
I could probably guide us back.
Well, what a quinky dink. I was gonna talk to Char on the way back. We could just swap it out.
I guess that works. I mean, do you want to talk to Char first?
Oh no, no rush.
You know- All right, fair enough. All right, Char, lead the way.
Mm-hmm. Char begins to start leading the way.
All right, and as you are traversing through the forest, you traveling through many different gnarly rooted trees that protrude out of the ground like crazy. You're able to cross the path. You see the muddy footprints going through the path once again, but you know that it's just from the one party you never pursued.
Yeah.
And you can make your way back through the forest.
Let's see, and as we're walking, Creed will kind of hang back with Theodmer a little bit, hopefully out of earshot of everyone. So, I have a strange set of questions, if I may. And you don't have to answer any of them if you're uncomfortable.
Well, of course. Happy to answer anything. Quite an honest person, if I'd like to say so myself.
You've been around a while, at least a few centuries from what I gathered, right?
Oh, yes. I used to be an elf back in life, so had it back then there.
With such a broad lifespan, you've seen people die, friends.
He takes a deep breath and says, yes, a few, here and there.
How do you deal with that? I mean, just within the last week or so, I thought I lost someone close to me, a good friend of mine, Shu Akenku. And then just recently, I thought I lost Char, and both of them just came back moments later, and I can't... It's weird, that they could die at any given second, and I don't know what to do about it. They have died, and I don't know what to do about it.
I understand how you feel, and if you were to ask me back in life, I'd be the last person to tell you how you should deal with that. I spent the last 600 years of my life trying to deal with something that I could not deal with. But now, with my second chance, you can't deal with the people you've lost. Truthfully, I still haven't dealt with the ones I have lost. My wife and 2 kids. And I truly believe that you cannot get over any loss. You will not be able to. Loss will always be loss, but you can always become stronger through your loss. This might be quite controversial. If you know your gods, you might be a little concerned, but I personally take some extra time. She's on my main focus to worship the goddess of loss, Char. And while she isn't exactly the best goddess, she helps me empower myself through my loss.
I see. And
Of course, I'm not recommending her as a medication or anything, but you won't be able to get over any loss. Were you to have that loss, you sort of just have to work through it, see if you can become stronger through the loss.
but that's exactly it. I haven't lost them, and I don't. We both saw Char disintegrate into just the sand we were standing on, and then a moment later he's back. This has happened twice to me now. I don't know if. Do I hold out hope that it will happen a third time? Do I constantly go through the strike of grief again if they die and come back? Am I to expect that they come back? Like, I don't even know what causes all of this. Is it a sick joke of the gods? The fiends trying to taunt me?
If I say so myself, gods are always playing sick jokes. My patron himself, he's quite the jokester, if anything. But truthfully, this might be ironic coming from a necromancer, as you people call it nowadays. You shouldn't hold out hope for someone to come back again. If someone dies, don't try to stick and hope they come back through some miracle. I won't say it doesn't happen, but I'll also say that no normal circumstance will anyone ever come back. Not truly, not fully. I myself, I can't bring anyone back to full health. I can animate their corpse. I can bring them back to a brainless husk, but I could never bring someone to full health, and that is something I've been trying to find myself. I don't study necromancy, as you people call it. I study the act of bringing back the dead, and I wish to find a way to bring back the dead truly and fully. But until then, I wouldn't hold out hope unless an extreme circumstance would come up.
I see.
Char, do you hear that?
Yeah, hear what?
Lavender goes up at the front. Is just going. This Char Lavender turns around to everyone else. She was trying to walk ahead with Char. She was going to say something to him, but before she can, while others are talking, she looks back and goes, "Can anyone else hear that?" And you see Lavender rubbing her ears. I like trying to snap by them, kind of wincing each time she does. Korthina, do you hear it? Char, do you?
Is everything okay?
What? Korthina just kind of like looks up and at her confused.
And you can see like Lavender is very agitated. She's moving back and forth. She's like rolling her head around in the woods. She's like, "No, this fucking." And you can see her like begin to inch toward her sword. Can you not hear it?
I don't hear anything, Lavender. What are you hearing? Where is it coming from? Do you know?
Easy now, Lavender. Yes.
It's everywhere.
Korthina
It's
just doesn't
clicking.
look around.
It's like wooden puppets controlled by gears. It's getting quieter. It's gone. But you didn't hear it, did you?
No, I didn't hear it.
No.
Nothing
Even
back
the
here
animals.
either.
Yeah, no.
Keep your ears sharp. Maybe I'll come back.
All right.
I'm going ahead, and Lavender marches forward.
By yourself?
Well, no,
I'm
don't
scouting
let her
ahead.
do that.
Yo,
Korthina just like steadily walks a little faster after her.
That's good.
Does she
Okay.
usually do that?
every
You
second
can
comes
ask
back,
her.
I'm killing it.
She likes her
Knocked
a
her
long
back.
time, but the hearing thing is new. I'll trail after them. You talk with Char. I'll keep a in between. Make sure everyone's accounted for.
Excellent, excellent. And he is going to come up to Char and say, "Hello there, my religious friend.
Hi.
How's it going with your troubles with the gods?"
Very, very bad, actually.
Well, not too surprised given your actions, but look, I'll be honest. Trying to tell you this isn't exactly my first choice. It isn't any choice I should be giving anyone. But I know you seem to be struggling a little bit with your goddess. Are you trying to rebuild your connection with your goddess, or are you trying to find a new route?
I don't entirely know anymore. Forgive me if this is overstepping, but before you became a skeleton and everything, did you die?
Oh, you're definitely not overstepping. I overstepped by coming up. You're okay. However, yes, old age.
What was it like when you died? What did you see?
Well, that was my issue, actually. I went to the afterlife and I saw the fucking jokester of a fucking god, Ogma. Well, of course I felt cold at first. I sort of died from infarction, and I went to the afterlife. And I was hoping in the afterlife I'd see my lost loved ones, and I did not. So I spoke to Ogma. Eventually, I came back down here. But that's all, Ogma.
When I, in the tomb, when I kind of just, I guess, disintegrated, I didn't really see any gods. It just felt like my soul was being torn apart by different deities or beings beyond my own power.
If you're okay with me theorizing here, I don't want this to what you believe is happening. I could very much be wrong. It might be the pacts you did so far. Not sure how many you've got on you, haven't kept count. But they might try to lay claim to your soul, if I may theorize.
What should I do?
Well, when it comes to making deals with beings you shouldn't be, I'm not an expert on that field. I sort of made a little deal with Hogwarts myself. But I do believe that we should find a solution for you, because for now you seem to be in quite a lot of pain, and there's not much we can do about that for now. But I want to know, do you have a goal in mind? Is there somewhere you're trying to head? Because you do not know how your relationship with your god. I want to know if you have a goal in mind, somewhere you want to be.
I think I want my soul to be all together again. I don't know exactly the path to it, but I'm open to any suggestions.
Well then I'm definitely not going to recommend you pray to the goddess of loss. She's never going to just try to take your soul for herself. Though if you do want an easy solution, you can always go to her. But I heavily recommend you do not. Now, I recommend, and I'll pray to him myself to put in a good word for you. I'll pray to Agma, see if he can help you out with your little issues. But for now, we can definitely see if we can get you out of the Demon Pact. There was something about headed to Hell?
Yeah, I think.
I read a book about this long ago. It was fiction then, but I suppose we can make a little adventure down there ourselves. I'm sure our party would be happy to help you, since everyone seems to like you.
Do you ever think about freeing yourself from your pack with Agma?
Be a little problematic, but no. I truly benefit from my pact with Agma, which is why I don't compare my pact with yours. Truthfully, I will stay in this pact until I perish once more.
And Theodmer, if you died again, do you think you'd see your loved ones?
I sincerely doubt it, which is why I'm here.
I see.
Well then, if you have any more religious questions, feel free to find me at night. That's usually when I'm in prayer. Happy talking to you, good man. And he puts his bony arm out.
I'll extend his arm too.
Alright. And he shakes it. And that's it.
Up ahead, Lavender is waiting for Korthina and goes, truthfully, did you not hear it?
I don't hear anything. Korthina
Well, it's
listens
gone now,
intently,
but-
trying to hear what Lavender's hearing.
It was unsettling. I don't know why my mind went to dolls, but it sounded like that, like a puppet. And gears. Something you don't hear often. I don't know when I could have heard something like that, but it's ominous and I don't like it one bit.
Are you talking like a puppet, like a marionette puppet, like a wood clanky puppet? Or I don't know, gears. What that would be from.
Lavender kind of laughs to herself and says, oh, well, that certainly proves you didn't hear it. You'd understand as soon as you hear. It's not what I was expecting. I haven't heard a single sound. No birds, no nothing in these woods. And she looks down at the dogs with her and the mimic. they didn't hear anything either, so I'm inclined to believe you, but it doesn't bode well.
No, that sure doesn't. You want to go back that
And
way?
the other
just
night,
point-
we heard Lavender goes, no. Well, best to get out of these woods, but the other night we did hear bells, so at least I'm not the only one that's heard things.
That's true. I mean, they could be related somehow.
Oh, yes. Well, we just have to wait and see, I suppose. Hopefully I'm not going insane. I'd rather like to stay how I am.
I mean,
Or at least not lose anything else.
you're always complaining about how everybody's too loud, so you just probably just sensitive hearing compared to everybody else.
Lavender kind of like inclines her head and goes, perhaps, but even so, I'd expect the dogs to pick it up. But
That's true.
oh well.
Let's just hope it's
I'll
not
have to
in
wait
your
and
head.
see, I suppose. Lavender smiles at that and just goes, yeah, I'd rather it not be. But I'm looking forward to the next tomb. Barbarian woman from the wilds. That might have something to do with my pact. Whatever that is. And Lavender kind of inclines her head and just goes, well, I'm a little ashamed of how I was criticizing Char. I mean, I still feel exactly the same way about it, but I guess I'm not in that much of a position to judge.
That's fair. I'm kind of excited for the next one too.
But Korthina, I have been meaning to ask you something since this morning.
Huh.
Do your gods ever come to you in your sleep?
It's been a while. It's
So they did
been
once.
a while, but they're kind of the way they come to me is not that in my face, you know?
If you don't mind me asking, what do you see? How would you describe it?
You see, that's the hard part, because it's not like always. It's like a bright light with like kind of a wishy. It's like a very. I can like see a face, but then it's like, am I seeing a face? It's like very kind of almost there, not there. But I hear voices sometimes. Not recently, like I said. It's just very like. It's been a long time. Mostly I get things in like sideways signs. Like, it's not like direct, but it's like I recognize that my god is talking to me.
Lavender kind of like smirks at that and goes, to be expected of gods, I suppose. And
Yeah.
that's why I don't follow any. I
Yeah, I
suppose
mean, all
what's
cryptic
happened to
and
me
stuff.
is different.
I guess the most recent one I can come up with right off the top is a while ago I saw a goat swimming through a river. Goat had a halo on it, and the river was like made of silver. It was very strange.
At that, Lavender like turns straight towards Korthina, stops in her tracks and goes, I need you to describe that bit more. Did you figure out what it meant?
No, I just thought it was a bizarre kind of dream. I mean, it was a goat with a halo in this river of silver. I never really thought much of it. I mean, it's like the goat was just kind of like, I don't want to say it was swimming, but it was just kind of like wading through. And I'm like, what's it doing? And I kind of followed it a little bit, but it really just kind of kept going and kept going. It really didn't do much of anything else that I remember.
Lavender just asks quickly, like picking up her pace to keep ahead of everyone again. Wait, what was it? Sunlit? Was it regular water? Was there a breeze?
Well, no, the water It was like it was like it was water, but it was like silver water, and I don't remember. The goat was just the illumination from the goat made it hard to distinguish what time of day it was. It was a while ago. I'm so sorry, Lavender. Why is this intriguing you so much?
Well, I suppose Lavender just kind of leans down and goes, "Well, you have been keeping a secret from Lady Songbird, and so I suppose I can trust you well enough. But you must promise me not to tell a soul."
I won't say anything.
Seriously though, I will fucking kill you. This is.
I won't
I'm
expect
trusting you more
anything
than
less
others.
from you.
Lavender kind of just goes and says, "Well, I've been having dreams. Well, which you'd think, I suppose, since you're a dragonborn and all, you would expect that to be quite normal, but..." Lavender just like gestures at herself vaguely and goes, "Well, I don't usually dream. You don't get that from me. It's 4 hours a night. Thinking about... Well, I see visions sometimes, but they're more fundamental, I suppose. That's the word. Primordial?" Lavender kind of like gestures vaguely and goes, "Well, all of a sudden, I suppose, in particular, mankind, it's feelings of like sunlight, you know, the different feelings in nature, what you'd expect, you know. I suppose in the stereotypical way you might think of it, it's just very naturey. You could describe it more, but it's kind of pointless. And you feel some primal... But anyway, that's besides the point. It's different. Transient is quite different. These are dreams.
Okay.
And, well... it's the same thing that happened to me at the beginning of that self-same trial. That weird fucking trial, that thing where you was like saying to turn back or whatever, and I didn't really pay attention to that. Just the visions.
So...
I guess being seeing someone.
Visions really intrigue me.
Doesn't
They
seem...
do.
Yeah. I figured someone close to the gods would probably be the most likely to know a vision. But... Char definitely would... He's got enough to deal with, and I don't... So, frankly, with all that double fit, I don't want to get too wrapped up in that. Especially now. Like, I was fine with that before, but now there's a pact involved.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's... I'd love to kill a devil, but that was before the pact. You saw how I looked. I was shocked. I'm still shocked. I should have expected a Fey pact. I suspect that's what caused through my dreams, but it was best to check with you.
Yeah. Korthina like just kind of gazes up at the sky and just thinks about what she said about like her dream she's reminiscing on. I mean, if I really have to think about it, like, I don't know. I hope I'm not like thinking this wrong. Like, goats aren't normally like something of the gods, really. I mean, unless they're thinking of it like we have to like kill somebody, like a sacrifice or something such. But that doesn't explain why it's in the water of silver with a halo on its head.
Yeah, all my dreams have been in water.
Really?
It's not silver. I've got a feeling it's a coincidence, but perhaps not. I doubt I was involved with any god. The Fey are difficult enough.
You never know. I mean, I don't know how Fey stuff works. I'm not at all in knowledge of that, but it does intrigue me because you have all this stuff, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I just like learning, I guess.
Oh, it's very simple. Just, you cannot expect logic. It's what I find. It's why I love the. It's why I lived when I lived in the Feywild. That's the happiest I've been. But it's also why I've come here. Why I joined up with y'all to begin with. I know that was before I met you. You came along later. I was with Char before that, and the others before that. It's just been for it to get stronger. when you deal with Fae, you cannot expect logic. It's all about tricks and might. The Archfey, that's what I'd love to become. They make your paltry gods look like shams in what they can do.
Jeez.
They can rip around if they know your name. Then, Saloon, that's why you don't see any gods in the Feywild. At least that's my understanding of it. Keep them well
That's wild.
distant. So that's why I suppose they might not feel related, but I'll take the help if I can find it.
Yeah.
Does anyone else see this fog? Or am I going crazy too?
Lavender is just like whirls around to that. Gloom, did you hear any of that?
What?
Okay,
They're
Lavender.
far enough back.
Yeah. Lavender just goes, okay, what did you hear? What did you
I
say,
didn't-
I mean?
No, there's fog on the ground.
Really
Yeah,
don't
something's
know.
not right here.
I don't
Alright.
see anything.
Okay, I'm not going insane.
Maybe we should probably
Yeah, we're just all...
here ASAP.
There's nothing
Yes.
there.
So just in case, I'm gonna do this, and he is going to use summon Shadow Spawn, and this like really weird looking thing appears next to him. I don't know how else to describe this shit. And says, "This will protect us. If you start seeing shit, stand next to it."
As soon as you summon it, like Creed like has his bow and he like aims at it, he's just like, oh, that's yours.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
I-
yes.
I gotta
Okay.
take a
Do I
really
have to stand
really
next to
quick
it?
break real quick. My cats are acting up. You know, they're very angry. They haven't been fed yet. So I'm
It's okay.
take
We'll-
like a
we'll
3-minute
play.
break. Let all this stuff marinate. Speak amongst yourselves if you
Okay,
want.
so-
It's
How
In case you
dare
haven't-
you not feed the cats?
In case you don't know how a Shadow Spawn looks like, that's a Shadow Spawn.
Oh, I thought
Holy
it was gonna
jeez.
be like solo leveling. I didn't think it was gonna be like
Oh yeah, that is disgusting. That is an abomination before God. The gods, like, no. I guess
Yeah,
imagine
so
that
it's
Lavender
anything
saying
weird.
that, just out loud. Just no.
Why?
Hold on.
Why is
you don't
it
believe
here?
in gods? Calm down.
Why?
Yes, it's an abomination before everything, I suppose. Because like, Lavender kind of prods at it and he just goes, do you have to feed it twice the amount you normally would?
Oh no, it disappears after an hour. So if it gets hungry, it's already
Do
just
the
snapped
kiss?
its finger and it's gone. Let me see. And he's gonna order
What?
it to kiss. And it does so.
oh god, oh.
Yes. it-
Okay, that's oddly, it makes it a little cuter. I like you now. You're, okay, that's Ralph and that's Wickham.
Oh, okay.
That's two different-
Right.
I don't know why that was the first thing that come to my head.
Ralph and Wiggum. Interesting. Well, yes.
Is-
For all of you seeing weird things, just stand next to that thing.
Why?
I think
about-
I'll pass.
You'll pass once you get lost in the fog. You're saying.
No, because I'm not gonna let them get lost. And he's gonna like stand next to Gloom. And you see his head is like on a swivel, just like constantly scanning the tree line. Just
Is anyone else
Yeah.
seeing or hearing any weird things?
No, I
Well,
don't log on the ground.
I mean, I'm not seeing anything, but that's kind of the problem because I feel like something is seeing me.
It's probably we heard bells earlier. It's just the forest. We just need to get out. I think.
Yeah.
I have an
Gloom
idea.
Theorize.
is correct 100%. Let's move out, guys.
Yeah,
Yes,
like-
everyone. Yes,
I would
This
like
is too
to see if
much.
someone agrees with this plan. On the count of 3, we all make a fucking dash for it.
I like that. Yeah.
It's South.
Isn't
Do you
it
plan
like
to
a
run
day
for similar?
journey?
Yeah.
Okay, well we're gonna try to stay together, okay? Because I don't want to run and then
Lavender
somebody
just
trip and
goes-
fall.
Gloom, if you want to get on the dogs. Char, get on my back. I don't know. Korthina, pick someone up.
Hey, does
Oh,
anyone-
okay.
I'm pretty
Lavender
fast.
back.
Meta question: does anyone have a speed over 40?
Let me see. I think I might. Lavender has 40.
No, but I
If
can
I
summon a
dash
mount
technically-
now.
So if anyone needs something, if anyone needs to go a little faster, that thing's faster than all of us, and I wait towards a shadow spawn.
I hate that. Thank you so much.
I didn't think it would be that quick.
just get on its back.
Is it
Right, right.
is it gooey or is it like fleshy?
No,
It
it's
looks
fleshy.
gross.
It's fleshy.
Oh my god, you guys are so
It's also not from
gross.
this dimension.
Creed, out of paranoia, is going to cast Pass Without Trace. Alright, just stick close to me, and hopefully whatever's out there or not out there won't see us leaving.
Okay, well, thanks for that. You're gonna help me with my random stealth checks that
Yeah,
are a
just in case.
disadvantage.
Don't worry, you get a +10 to him now.
Nice.
As long as you're within 30 feet of Creed.
Oh, we'll stay within 30 feet.
I already
of Creed,
have a
Yeah.
+10 on stealth.
So you're gonna get a +20 then. It's a +10 on top of your modifier.
Oh wow.
God
I love
damn.
pass without trace.
Whoa.
Well, it's funny because
I-
my stealth is at disadvantage, but I still got a +2 somehow.
Yep.
I have a +5.
Alright, anyway. So we're
I can just get on my
we're
steed.
talking.
So, how fast are you
And
guys
3,
going?
2, 1, go.
So everyone's dashing the fuck out of the forest. I don't know if anyone's,
We're just running.
riding
Yeah, I
on
was gonna say,
You guys are still
I don't think it's a good
approximately
idea.
like 30 miles in the 30
Yeah.
to 40 miles in the forest.
Brisk
Yeah.
walking.
But I don't know if anyone wants to
Good
get on
jog.
shadow spawn. But
Yeah, I
it's
was gonna say, I'm not dashing running. I'm just like, kind of like
Making
Good
Hustle.
good time.
a nice brisk
Yeah.
hustle.
You know,
A good
I
job.
imagine even Korthina is like barely keeping up with Lavender's long strides, and she's not even going that fast.
Theodmer uses alter self to give himself really long and like cheetah-like legs, just try to dash the fuck out of the forest.
Creed is sticking with Gloom. That's his main
Okay.
priority right now, because Gloom's also tripping. Maybe. I don't know if it's legit or tripping.
Alright, well,
I'm
you
gonna switch
guys
to
are
triple
able to
because
make
nobody
it
else
most
needs
of the way through the forest, but it does get dark a couple miles away from the border. Are you guys going to keep going, or are you going to just set up camp still within the
Miles.
forest?
Oh, we can make a few fucking miles. Gloom,
Yeah.
are you able to see
Yeah,
okay, or do you need a light?
I'll just be bright or something, and I'll follow.
Just
Lavender,
grab
like,
the
lights-
shadow spawn, and you'll be okay.
I'm not
Okay?
grabbing onto that.
Here.
Just
Gloom.
Lavender like
I want
lights
a
a little
torch.
torch. You keep the
we
dogs.
Do we want
Keep the
light?
dogs.
I'm not sure.
Well, yes, we have it. We need it. The dogs
Dude.
need to be able to see.
Oh, I
Okay.
have a lamp. Do you want a lamp? You want to borrow my
Okay.
lamp?
Let's all
yeah,
be
give it to the
reasonable
dogs.
here. Let's all be reasonable. Let's reset. Have any of us been hurt by these visions we've seen?
No.
I feel like I'm going to be.
Mentally, yes.
So
Mentally.
I can't sleep, so I don't need to worry about anything. Should we rest out the night?
No,
Fuck
if
no.
we're
I mean,
no. We're only a few miles from the edge of the forest. We keep
Yes, but
hustling
it's
for the
on
next
dark.
hour, maybe 2. We can make it.
And then we can sleep outside. If we need.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That
we can
too.
just sleep on the edge of the forest. We'll be fine.
Counter argument. What if there's those things out in the dark? And I point at the shadow spawn.
All the more
Can we
reason to
kill
get
it?
the fuck
No
out of here.
offense.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Wait, no, Ralph.
Me no want.
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
we
all the more reason to leave.
are we trying to get out of here like stealthily or like?
I don't
I'm
think it
just trying to
matters.
make
Let's just
distance.
get out of here.
Yeah.
I think we abandoned
Come on.
stuff a second ago.
Let's
I-
just keep brisky walking. Brisky jogging.
Okay.
Char is going to cast light
Right.
on his shield just in case.
Everyone, let's do a buddy system. Let's do a buddy system.
I'm sticking with Gloom.
Well, yeah, that works.
Lavender.
Got Char,
Yeah,
I guess
Korthina.
we're together.
I have some light.
That felt like high school for a second there.
Yeah, so I'm
And-
gonna pray.
And as you guys are continuing through the forest, like you've made it through most of the forest, you got like 5-6 miles left to go, and the sun crests and darkness begins to fall throughout the forest. And as this happens, you begin to hear singing. You hear a sound echoing through the forest, and all of you hear this.
If I know anything from sirens, put a finger in
Do
your
not.
ears.
Yeah, we do not. I have a handkerchief somewhere in here. I could stuff my ears. Hang on.
I just have ear holes, so I'll just hope for the best. The rest of you just cover your ears and run.
I don't have
It's
ears
pretty.
either, so.
I want to hear it.
What do you mean you want to hear? No.
I mean, is it nice singing?
I mean, yeah, it's a siren. They're very nice. Very sounds
Are you
very
sure it's a
lovely.
siren?
Wait, yeah.
If
I don't
it
feel any
sings,
Char.
if it sings and it's suspicious, it's a siren.
Well, we don't even know what it is yet. We haven't. What is
Is
this
this
sound?
thing not loading properly? What is going on here?
What
I
if-
have not heard a thing, sir.
There we go.
All
Sir,
right,
do
that's
you?
it. I'm taking off
Okay.
my head and putting it inside the shadow spawn's mouth.
Yeah, that's not gonna get very. That's creepy.
Yeah. No, I say we bounce.
Christina slowly pulls out her blade, and she's like, "Oh yeah, no."
And Creed's
Lavender
gonna like,
pulls out her blade as well. It's just like moonlit in the night,
Yeah.
but she continues to listen.
yeah, Creed's gonna cast light on one of his arrows and knock it on his longbow.
Theodmer's hidden spot is just like pointing the staff around.
Gloom, you stay close to me, okay?
I can take care of myself.
It's dark. You don't have dark vision. Don't lie to me.
Okay, fair.
Just so
You
you
hear-
can see at least, Gloom.
You hear a muffled "I do" from the shadow spawn's stem.
Oh,
You shut up. That thing weirds me out.
Is it just? I feel like the vision, all this stuff has been getting worse. Like we didn't really have this much trouble before.
No,
Yeah,
we didn't
something's
have this
up.
much activity
And I
before.
am not keen on investigating in the middle of the night. This is freaking me the hell out.
Let's just keep walking. Let's just
I
at
have a
least
theory on
walk.
that, at least.
Creed,
I
you're-
believe
you're-
it might be related to the fact we got through the first part of the tomb. Or
Yeah.
breaking the seals or whatever.
You know, that could be it, totally. I want to do more research on this forest for sure.
you
And
can-
well, also the next one is the woman after my own heart, the lady who loves this horse. So, if anyone's going to be crazy about it, it'd be her.
Yeah, you know, that would make sense.
Wait. Hang on. Shut up. I need to hear the lyrics again. What language is the singing? Or is it just singing?
It almost sounds like halfling, but it also
no.
just feels like it's not like halfling at all.
Does
Oh,
it
I
feel
hate that.
like?
It wouldn't be elvish or celestial, would it?
You're not
Is
sure?
it- Is it draconic?
You're
no,
not
because
sure?
I'd understand it.
Let's see. So it's similar to halfling. May I roll an intelligence check to like
Sure.
guess what like languages have similar dialects?
Are we still moving?
Yes, you can roll intelligence.
All right, and I'm going
While
to
we
guidance myself. So I get an extra D4 on top of this. All right, 14 plus a D4, 15.
Okay. Let's see. You said you got a 15?
Yeah, 15 total.
Okay. It almost sounds like, let's see. Almost sounds like Auran.
The hell is that? Oh, Auran. Think maybe. Does anyone here know primordial?
No.
I don't.
I'm not that.
Okay.
Which
Maybe if we-
direction do we hear the singing from?
It's from all around you.
So let's just keep walking, at least.
Yeah, so
Korthina's like
right.
ushering everybody to just keep moving.
You
Maybe
know,
remember
yeah.
some of the lyrics. We can ask someone who knows.
I'm gonna have my owl land on the step of like my neck where the head's supposed to be, but it
All right. As we're walking, if I can, I'm gonna cast Detect Evil and Good. So any aberrations, celestials, elemental, fey, fiends, or undead within 30 feet of us, I get a ping on.
That's good. Good idea.
Okay. Well, you're able to, like, it seems as though your pinging is going crazy around you.
Oh fuck!
With-
Okay,
with
maybe
the
moving is not a
mixture-
good idea.
With a mixture of fey and elemental.
Ooh.
Okay, guys. So I don't want to alarm you, but I think we're surrounded.
I what?
Wait, what do you mean?
the magic sensor things. I'm picking up Fey and elementals all around.
Any
us.
particular elemental?
I can't tell the type. I just know what it is.
What
Okay,
there's a
can
fucking
I
lot of them.
even-
Let's go.
Can I like, as we're like moving, because we're gonna keep walking.
We
Can
should
we like,
run.
or Korthina's gonna keep walking anyway. She's assuming you guys are following her.
Yeah, Lavender's with
Um,
Korthina.
She's gonna like look around and like try to see anything in the dark, like because I mean she has dark vision.
Okay, you can roll for perception.
First,
I have
Lavender's also
I have
gonna do that.
120 feet of dark vision and looking through an owl's eyes. Should I roll 2?
20.
20 through perception, damn.
You don't see anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh, never mind.
It's invisible.
I
It's
hate this. I hate
Char?
this so much.
At level
So, like-
2, Char's gonna cast See Invisibility
Okay.
on him.
Ooh.
Do
That's
I
good.
see anything?
I mean, you can roll perception and check if you want, but like,
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty high. 25?
yeah, you don't see anything.
So as we're like moving, we hear the sounds. We can't see anything. Are we like I know this is kind of like I don't know how to ask this. Is there like the forest vibing? Like, are we like feeling like there's a presence there? Like I'm straight up going like paranormal type shit. Like, do we feel like there's something there? Because other than what Creed did, because I haven't cast it yet, but just like outside of a spell, do we feel like there's something there?
You don't feel like there's something there.
Okay.
Can Lavender do a check? Kind of like with the idea that it's Fey nature. Kind of a magical check.
So like Arcana.
It's a magical awareness. That's an action. You can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you can locate any spell or a magic item within 60 feet
Sure.
of you that isn't behind total cover. When you cast a spell, you... What School of Magic? Yeah, sure, she does that. Just opens up her mind to it.
Okay.
Does she get anything from it?
Well, it seems as though you are surrounded by whatever this magic is. It doesn't feel like it's like a single spell. It just feels like there's something watching you.
Can Lavender
Alright.
do an investigation check?
Sure.
Giving her an... Yeah, like Feywild nature. Okay, and that was a 19.
It
Or would it
seems.
be Arcana?
Huh? Yeah, you could do
Would it be-
Arcana too.
Yeah, investigation and Arcana. Arcana, damn, 3.
Based off of your investigation roll, you wouldn't find anything. Your Arcana roll, you also wouldn't determine anything.
Yeah.
The important roll between the two was the Arcana.
Oof.
Are we near any trees?
Yeah, you guys are surrounded by trees.
Yeah, we're in the forest.
Yeah, we still got a few more.
You're
miles
still in the
to run.
forest.
So, I have
No,
an
we're
idea.
not. It's just mimics.
Do we try to set a tree on fire?
Oh, what
Why would we do that?
No.
Well, I
No!
was actually kind of curious about, like, do these trees catch fire?
It's a fucking tree. And Lavender, like, I guess kind of looks at Char, like, exasperated and goes, it's a tree with flowers. It's a good tree. It's a poisonous tree. It's a fucking
This is
tree.
a really bad forest.
Okay.
We just
Yeah,
need
that's
to
why
get
we should
out.
just-
Let's
Yeah,
just
just
run.
focus
Let's
on
just
getting out.
run.
Yeah. Yeah, just go.
Briskly walking again. Come on, no setting anything on fire. That's coming from me. Come on.
So, I have a suggestion. Can everyone cover their ears for just about 10 seconds and then we run?
Sure.
Don't tell me it's going to be loud.
Okay.
It's going to be
Lavender, like-
loud, which is why I need
And
to
Lavender
cover
just
your ears.
asks for a spare cloth. Like, do you have any extra scraps from your sewing?
Yeah, here you go. And he just tosses you some fabric he has.
Yeah, Lavender stuffs that into her ears and, like, bends down and covers her ears completely.
Alright, once everyone has their ears covered, because he did say there were, it was pain that there were creatures there, I'm gonna have my Shadow Spawn use Dreadful Scream. So every creature within 30 feet must succeed a Wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC or be frightened of the spear for 1 minute.
Okay.
So they have to pass an 18.
Do we have to, too? Or,
I'm assuming you're covering your ears, so I'm assuming it doesn't work.
yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
the Emster says you do.
I mean, I'm not gonna make you roll here. So, all
I
right.
was gonna say the sight of it makes me want to freaking roll.
All right. And once the scream is on, I assume everyone uncovers their ears and we all make a run for it.
Yep.
Once something happens.
Lavender is like panting. She goes, "Was that a? Were you trying to frighten it?"
I don't blame him if he was, or if it was just trying to be a distraction. I don't know.
If it was Fey or Elemental, it wouldn't fucking do much.
You
Well,
know,
I
Scaring
really
is
don't
scary.
like this forest.
Well, they're not attacking, so let's just keep going.
Yeah, just
yeah,
keep moving.
like let's just get out of here.
That's it. And actually,
Lavender says a dog under each arm.
Okay.
actually,
Like dogs are trying to run, but now she's holding them.
And, you know, after a bit of time moving, you guys see the edge of the forest. The moonlight
God,
passing
we're almost there.
through
How much
The-
distance is between us and the edge of the forest?
like 500 meters.
So last sprint.
Yeah.
Korthina
Using
lengthens her
action,
stride and makes that
dash,
last
and
sprint.
bonus action dash.
Yep, we're all dashing.
Okay.
80 feet.
I'm running to Shadow Spawn.
Run at
And
60.
dashing.
yeah, Creed's just taking up the rear, staying in the back of the pack, and making sure no one gets left behind.
Okay.
Alright.
And you guys are all able to make it out of the forest with no issues. And as you exit the forest, all of your senses seem to come back and restore themselves. You no longer feel the numbness from being within the forest.
I
Fuck
really
yeah.
don't like that forest.
Fucking
The numbing is fun for a bit, but then it gets tired.
Korthina like stops and looks back in the forest. She puts her hands on her hips and she's like, "I'm genuinely curious as to what happened to it. Why is
I'm
it doing
curious
that?"
as to when we sleep.
Let's
we're
walk a
out in
little
forest
further.
now.
A few
Yeah,
steps
yeah.
further, this is a little too close to her liking. At a longbow range, at least.
Yeah, get a few hundred feet out of the way. Yeah.
All right, Korthina
Yeah.
is like backing up, just staring at the forest, just genuinely curious as to why the forest is like that. Just peak curiosity.
All of us
You
getting
must
sketched
research.
out by the forest. It's just all of us just like, man, fuck this.
Lavender Lavender grabs Korthina by the arm before she turns away. While the others, I imagine the others are going ahead. Korthina's like looking back still. Would I be right?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Like-
Creed's in the back of the pack. He's making sure no one gets left behind.
Oh no, like
Lavender gets.
everybody
whispers
came
to
out. Korthina stopped.
Did you see
because-
that?
Did I?
I'm not. Did you see
You know,
that?
to Korthina, right?
Yeah. Creed, did you?
I didn't see anything.
See,
Wait,
what
did I miss it?
specifically?
what?
What specifically? You can't just say that. What specifically?
Well, she probably didn't see what it
It's
was.
already
What did it
gone.
look like?
It was someone.
Person.
Yeah,
A person?
I think so.
Where? Point it out.
It's
Well, gone.
it's gone.
Point
It
out
doesn't
where
matter.
it was.
Lavender just points generally into the forest. You can kind of tell she's kind of shaken. She's not.
How did I
She's not
miss
being
it?
very
I was
responsive at the
staring
moment.
the
She's like-
woods.
I just. You look for yourself. It's gone.
No, just
Apparently,
give me a
okay.
second here. Creed still has light on his arrow. He's gonna shoot the light arrow where Korthina pointed. That way it's lit. And then may I roll survival to see if there's any tracks?
There's no tracks.
No tracks.
Didn't
I
even
think
roll for it.
It was just an illusion. Lavender. Something.
Maybe.
A forest trick.
Okay.
Lavender
Wait,
just
what am I-
Lavender just lingers for a moment, then turns around to get forward with her dog. She kind of like herds them away like a shepherd. Like kind of ironically, like a shepherd dog herding sheep, but she's herding the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go figure out how to learn more about this dang forest. Because my curiosity is piqued. And she
Certain
starts
there's
walking
some-
Are we setting up camp now, or like did anyone else want to do anything else?
Oh yeah, we were gonna camp out right side the wood, weren't we?
Yeah.
A little bit further. Lavender like keeps pushing everyone to try to get a little further,
Just
and
like
just
distance.
asks, can we be a little out of sight of the forest, like over a hill or something?
No, okay.
Smart.
Does Lavender look like visibly anxious?
Let me do a deception. I don't know. Passive. I don't know. What if you deception?
You can do deception if you want.
I think. Would it be more of a performance, like putting on the face, or deception,
Sure.
hiding it?
I mean, you get a +2 either way, so it's...
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I didn't think of that. It's a 17.
So,
The passive perception above, passive insight above 17. 17 or higher, I think.
Ooh,
Okay, so Creed would pick up on it.
So would Char.
Gloom
Korthina
would not, so Gloom thinks everything's okay.
Yo, yeah, I guess he would pick up on it too.
Lavender just sits by the fire, just like sharpening her blade with a little whetstone.
Did
Okay.
something happen?
You get comfy.
Lavender looks for a moment where Korthina's alone.
Yeah, Korthina has like herself positioned, like she's sitting, like facing in the direction of the forest, even if she can't see it, because she's like, because of everything that Lavender said and all the weird things that like people have seen. She's just, and we felt and everything else. She's just like, she doesn't want something to like materialize and just come out.
Lavender, like, with her, she's still holding her blade, which I think it's been obvious the entire time, but it's particularly noticeable in this, like, I imagine it's a new moon night. I don't know why. I guess, my head gets a pitch dark night. I guess, like, it's still glimmering a little bit like the sun, like the moon, and I think, like, any paladin of Saloon would realize it's a moon blade. Or probably would have known for a long time, and she just sits down and just goes, I know I usually just hit things, but I'm not stupid. I'm pretty sure I figured out what's going on. I'd appreciate it if I want to run it by you, but whether we tell the others, I need a impartial mind.
I'm listening.
Well,
Really
to
what's
start
there?
with, I'd rather not. Definitely not, but winter's in my mind. That's something else, but strangely enough, I've grown like, she kind of like looks kind of like scowls at this, attached of it to the rest of you. I think that was pretty evident when I fucking blew myself up. But when it starts singing and becomes visible and chases us, that's when it becomes a bigger problem.
Yeah,
But you didn't see anything, right? It was just me.
I promise you I didn't see anything.
You were looking at the force the entire time, so I thought you might have dismissed it, but
That's what I'm surprised I didn't see it, but I don't know. I don't know why I didn't see it.
it was someone. Or something. I think that's a better word. It was something. It was just hooded. I could tell that much. I can't tell you what kind of creature it was. I can't. It was too brief. I just know it had a hood. Far too green. I've been in force. I know what green is. This was too green. Way too green. Not natural. And, well, I could have told Creed. He wouldn't have seen anything. It was floating. It didn't have legs.
So it was almost like a ghost.
Well,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Ghost
well,
freaked me
yeah.
out.
I was kind of expecting it to be like it made sense.
Ghost freaked
Lavender
me out.
kind of like just kind of sits down, like she puts her blade away. She's just kind of holding on to it tightly. I think it's somebody I know.
You think?
Well, I'm pretty certain by now. I know enough context clues to know something's missing from me.
Do you think it'll hurt
You-
us?
You saw that. You remember the tunnel? That fucking annoying. The one I got so pissed off at.
Yeah.
It was that tunnel. The ones with the silver things.
Yep.
Because, for
remember.
example, I know you're not used to those kind of hacks, but you saw me disappear. I was there 1 second, I was gone the next. And that
Yeah.
was simply because time froze. It wasn't anything less than that. It was nothing more.
What?
Time just froze. And that's what I mean. They are powerful. The Fae can't be trusted. And if we got something like that after us, what they can take, it could be anything. They could do anything they wanted if they had permission or the right motivation.
They have to have permission to do it?
Well, no, but Fae
Oh.
usually play by some sort of rules. It changes where you go. You talk to one Fae, one court, the Celine court, all the courts are different. You can't expect the same thing twice, but usually there's a trick or somewhere, a
Interesting.
rule somewhere else. They're not like demons. I'd compare them to devils, but devils, they're obvious in what they want. They're straightforward. You'd
Yeah.
expect them to, like, you saw fucking Char. He's got that fucking thing on his back. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Like, don't fucking pray, you know?
Like, devils are more black and white, while fae are pretty
Yeah.
gray area.
Yeah, you can, depending, I don't know if you fought any Fae, but some of them can get very dark indeed. I know
Interesting.
Char could always likes a few of them. But that's why I'm thinking about telling to others. It could be very dangerous. I imagine I'm trying to remember, whoever the dreams are telling me, whether that's related to your dreams or not. I imagine they're coming for me. And, well, with the singing and such, I don't imagine it's a good thing.
Oh, okay.
And-
That's what I was worried about.
With the power of the Fae. And the elementals, that's why I asked Creed, if you didn't notice. The water in your dreams, the water in mine, the water everywhere
Yeah.
in mine.
Yeah, that was very significant. The elemental
But
part.
Creed couldn't tell and I couldn't tell. I could sense something otherworldly, but nothing particular.
I also was
quite
thinking
frustrating.
about the fire genasi that's running around, but there wasn't anything physical, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd imagine it wouldn't be related. I don't see why a genasi would be after us.
Or
We'd be
not
after
just
it instead.
wandering around. I mean, it got lost. I don't know.
True enough. But I'd rather just keep it between us, but
Yeah.
I understand the danger. I wanted to take it to someone who's not adverse to tattling.
Yeah, no, I get it. I won't say anything. It's your stuff to spread, not mine. So don't worry about it.
But if it was, would you?
If it was my business to spread.
No. Would you believe it's in the group's best interest to tell, or in my best interest to keep it hidden? I have my own preference, but you seem to be the most judgmental on this.
Thanks. I mean, it'd be great for everybody to know, but it's almost like, what are you saying? Like, what is it? I feel like that would almost raise so many more questions, you know? Because it's like you have all these leads, but almost no answers, if that makes sense.
Perhaps I'll just wait until more definite answers come.
That makes sense.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks for that. I'm just going to sleep.
Sorry
Maybe
if that's
get a
not the answer
dream.
you wanted.
No, it's useful enough. I'll have to tell them eventually, and I've already told you, but, you know,
I've got you.
good night. And Lavender just, like, sits back with her dogs and just, like, falls straight asleep. And then she just opens one eye, yes, and goes, yes, I know what I said before. I usually don't I just sleep because I like it. I don't need to. That's before you get any more questions. You can check out a book in the library if you need it. Well,
That's where I'm
something.
gonna go. I'm gonna go to the library again. For sure. And she chuckles. And she looks up at the sky, looking for the moon.
You can
Did you
find,
kinda
you find the
mumble to her?
moon. The moon is in the west. It's coming up over the a bit over the horizon at this point.
She's looking at it, and she's all like, okay. And she's just mumbling it so quietly. Just super quietly to herself. And she's in there, she's like, so, some clarity and maybe some answers to my friend's questions, maybe. Just to help him out. That'd be awesome. And she kind of leans back just a little bit. And she just kind of like nods off
All right.
as she thinks about like everything her and Lavender have talked about, and just thinking, like staring at the moon, like kind of like almost in a silent prayer, trying to like deduct it out, as she falls asleep.
Okay. And is there anything else happening for the nighttime stuff?
I'd like to do one prayer. Theodmer is gonna hold his scroll of Ogma in his hand, and he's gonna pray. He says, "What's up, Ogma? We usually don't have the best, professional relationship, one might say, but I suppose that is to your liking. That I would like to ask for a favor. You already gave me a huge favor in bringing me back, but I'd like for a favor for a friend. I don't make those easily. We spent a solid 200 years together, so, quite a bit about me. I'd like to ask you to consider my friend Char, to help him with your powers, because he seems to be suffering a bit. He might have made a few wrong choices, but he wishes to rectify them, and his patron doesn't seem to be very compassionate in his fight to rectify his mistakes. So if you'd like to help us out, that'd be much appreciated. And yes, I promise I will apologize to the church for the misunderstanding, quote unquote. Alright, good night, I guess. I don't know if you sleep. And that's it.
Okay. Creed, are you doing anything before you sleep?
I'm not even sure if Creed can get to sleep. I imagine he'll be like, because we kind of parked ourselves on the far side of the hill, right?
Yeah, so you're out of the forest, but you are in really what seems to be a peaceful area.
I still imagine Creed would, at least for the first, 2 hours, just be standing, keeping watch at the forest just in case something does come over. After he ritual casts Alarm for the second time that night, of course.
Would that be more than 4 hours?
Probably just the 2, because he needs to fall asleep eventually, but... I mean, if you want him to, if you want an interaction, I could absolutely say that, yeah.
Nah,
He's
if it
paranoid
makes more
enough.
sense to be 2, it wouldn't be. Lavender just wake up afterwards, after your daughter went to bed, and just do the same.
Actually, would he stay up? Actually, I think he probably would. Which, just in that case, I'll literally just tell Theodmer, yeah, Theodmer, I know you don't sleep and you offered to keep an eye out, but I'd prefer just to have a second set of eyes tonight, if that's alright.
Sure.
No offense to you.
Those are my prayers anyways.
Yeah. Creed will be chilling on the hill, just keeping an eye out on the woods for the full night then, even if he does get some exhaustion in the morning.
Lavender just a few hours in, just wakes up and comes to sit near him. Hey, dude.
He's he kind of blinks for a second, kind of snaps back to reality. Oh, alright. Hey.
Do you want to get some sleep? You've been up a while.
I mean, I don't want to. But... I don't know, it's just... You're just seeing him look back at that little campsite. A lot has happened in the last few days, and I don't want to risk anything more happening.
Well, Theodmer's been up the entire time, and I'll be up the rest of the night if you want to sleep. If not, I'll just join you here.
Maybe in a little bit. I frankly wasn't able to sleep that well last night either way, and I can't imagine it's going to be easier tonight, so... We'll see if I end up passing out here or not.
Well,
How are you doing?
I'll be here.
Are you doing okay, Lavender? You seemed... well, anxious to say the least. I can guess why, but... I prefer
Well,
just...
yes. Well, yes, as in I'm not doing alright, not as in I am doing alright. The fight with what's her name? I already forgot it. That was fun. That was entertaining enough, but... And I liked how far strong I've become, but... Dreams, and well, you heard about the pact. I'm sure you did already.
Yeah,
I'm not. I've got a feeling it's got something to do with it. As talking with Korthina, we agreed. I won't. I don't feel. I'm not. I appreciate your confidence you've had in me and the rest of the group so far about your troubles, but I suppose I'm a little more conservative with my secrets.
it's fair.
I just think it's kind of something to do with me, and it makes me restless. I'm looking forward to it. I hope we get to the next trial fast. She promised answers, or promised someone that most likely to have them. But we still have so much to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, if it means anything to you, obviously we'll have your back no matter which way it goes, so. Or at least I will.
That's going to stay meaning much as long as you don't take another sip. I don't know how to speak that. Don't get drunk, dude.
You see him kind of just like click his tongue. Yeah, since you poured out my booze, it has been a struggle to get drunk. So good on you for that, but yeah, I've only been sober for what, 2 days? I really am regretting it already, a lot.
Is there a particular reason you drink? I know, this is coming from me. I just said I wouldn't tell you shit, and I'm asking you, but might as well.
Listen, I don't mind. I mean, there's a handful of reasons. You poked fun of a few of them earlier about the whole daddy issues thing. I don't know who my dad is. I might be related to a god of undeath, or a servant, or a sacrifice. I don't know what relation I have to that. I don't know who my mother is. I don't know if I have siblings. And now there's this Aloysius character that I might be related to, one way or another. There's all
Lavender just
that.
kind of smiles and goes, well, I think there's a pretty simple explanation to all your problems, but I feel with the simple explanation, there's probably going to be a twist somewhere in that.
Sure.
Well, if I had to guess, I mean, I know my parents, so I can't say the same. I can't imagine what that's like. But, like, mine are, like, well, that's beside the point. My guess is that Aloysius, your predecessor, made some kind of deal with the dude, and now you're being collected, you know? It's not uncommon with Fey, firstborn children and all that. I wouldn't imagine there'd be something fiends the devils would go for, but that's it. Or, oh well, Orcus is a demon, so maybe.
You said firstborn. Aloysius was friends with Alira. That was hundreds, thousands of years ago.
Well, I imagine a demon doesn't think the same way. The same with the Fae. I rhymed that. You could say the firstborn of my millionth grandchild, great, whatever, fucking... A Fae's going to come to collect, they don't care. And by the time you get there, they know there's nobody to resist. Makes it easier in the long run.
I guess. It's just... It's a whole mess of things, really. So there's that, and I'm not sure if you got the chance to meet Father Albanis. He's the one who raised me, but he was really the only one that wanted me, other than Berla, but shit, that's another can of worms that I don't know. It's just... It's a weird thing. I don't know who I'm related to. My own parents either didn't want me or died or something. I was surrounded in a town of people who didn't want me to be there. I go into Stonecall, the people there don't want me there. I don't fit in. Even the gods don't listen to me. Wait, look at... Between you and us, look at Theodmer. A skeleton practicing necromancy, or not necromancy as he put it. He gets talked to. Char gets talked to. Korthina gets talked to. What did I do wrong?
Why do you want to be talked to?
Because everyone else gets to be talked to. I want to fit in with someone. Anyone.
it hurts so much because I know it's possible. Okay? Char down there is proof that everything I want is possible. And he's throwing it away. That's the other thing. That's another thing.
Yeah, I can't.
Right in front of me.
It was a fool's errand. I thought I knew him well enough, but it seems not.
It's just
But I suppose I understand where you're coming from. And Lavender just kind of points at herself and goes, "You look at me, like I might not invoke fear as much as tieflings, but I certainly stand out in my own way. I suppose it's never been an issue for me.
I guess not.
But if you want my cloak, I could always give that to you. Although I'm not sure how much you'd want that. Might be just playing pretend.
I feel like I'm playing pretend anyways, but I appreciate the offer. Just
But perhaps it's something to do with where we are. I think you'll enjoy the other lands if we ever get a chance to go there. Perhaps after this whole debacle, you can come with me. There's plenty of lands that are much more exotic or such. It's when you get there, it's more about, well, less about your appearance, because half the time people aren't what they look like. Other half, they're more than what they look like. I think you'd like it there.
maybe. Where are you? You're obviously from the Freedom States, but I guess you spent time in the Roshali, right? If I'm recalling correctly.
Well, not exactly. I was born in the Feywild. My parents still live there. It's quite complicated. I ended up in the Freedom States, then the Roshali to train for a bit. And I came here. Thornby is probably the only one older than me.
Hmm.
And that dude is literally bones and dust, so that's not saying much.
And don't let him hear you say that.
I imagine he's listening in. Dude can skeletons, man, they're fucking crazy.
He's gonna like look over his shoulder and see how much attention Theodmer's paying.
He's just sewing.
Yeah, I don't think he's listening in too much.
The problem is you can't really read his expression, can you?
Oh, it's tough. It is tough.
Is that why you got into hunting and all that? To get away from it?
No, the exact opposite. I started hunting because I want people to think I'm useful. I want them to see me as not just me. I want to feel needed, and I mean, looking at even just the people behind us, everyone here is so capable, and you especially, you're easily the strongest of us, probably the most capable warrior, maybe rivaled by Korthina. And I'm not a fighter. I just follow things. And I want to feel like I help here, that I'm useful to everyone here. And I can't say that I am, truthfully. What have I done for you other than get peace drunk in the streets and yell at Char to not make a demon pact that he already ended up signing? And Shu dying, and Gloom, and Char dying. What am I even adding to this group?
Lavender is kind of like, you can tell she's kind of feeling a little bit awkward. She's like, damn, dude. Like, that's what kind of her expression. Like, she's like, yeah, well, I will. She kind of smiles. She goes, I take offense at being compared to Korthina. I'm much better at fighting than she is. She can blow it a bit with a spell, but that's neither here nor there. But you do a lot, dude. I enjoy stalking the woods every now and then, but usually when I hunt, it's in a small area. I can tell where it is. You're much better at that. You're good to find things. You like, as you just kind of raises her hand, alarm for fuck's sake. Like, we wouldn't. Half of us would probably be dead by now if you hadn't kept everyone in line. There was this man. Dude. There is a while ago before I met you. There was this man. I only knew him for a few days, but he was a wizard. dragonborn, like Korthina, but white, silver, whatever. It was cold. He like, he kind of reminded me of him, like the leader and such. But the difference was, I can't imagine a better leader than you. You don't sit in the back. You lead the charge, and that's respectable. I would say just have a kid and you'd find someone that loved you unconditionally, but I don't really think that's the best advice considering you. But you've already got like 5 kids around us, you.
Yeah. Yeah, he just like looks back at the group again. Oh god.
I mean, you're certainly doing better than being a drunk deadbeat. You're just drunk, not the deadbeat. And you're working on that second part. You give pretty good advice. You got a cute animal. It seems you can talk to my animals too, which is interesting, which I kind of raises some ethical questions about you eating them, but I'm not going to get into that tonight because it seems like that's the last thing you want to talk about.
It's a whole discussion about philosophy and life and all that. I would need to get drunk in order to talk coherently about any of that.
Yeah, I'm not letting you do that, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't usually suggest this, but if you stay sober the entire rest of the trip, and we get through all the devil's packs and shit, and figure out what's wrong with you, how you collected that dead dude, you can come have a family dinner. My mother they just live in the Feywild. They've just got a nice little home there. A bit too loud for me now, but it's nice enough. No tragic backstory, all that.
That is surprising. I would have thought, tragic backstory, like you said.
Oh, probably tragic indeed. A thing after me, remember? But it's definitely not related. It happened later. Whatever it is. Or if it did. My parents are in on it, which, now that I think about it, is very disconcerting, but I don't think it is. I haven't seen them in 100 years.
Interesting. It is crazy the scale of like how different lifespans are. Like you just casually saying you haven't seen your parents in a century. I can barely go more than a month without writing to Father Albanus.
Well, I suppose that's the tricky part of different species. It's not a present thought, I suppose, just imagining you and Korthina and the others as dead in a century, but then I look at Thelmia or whatever and I feel a little better because I figure if he's around, you'll be around, but you got the crazy, dude. I don't know how it works. I stay away from that.
Well, I hope for whatever glimpse of your life that were present, I hope it's pretty alright, and I want you to know that for the majority of my life, or however long I'm going to see you, it'll definitely be a good part of mine, yeah?
Yeah, but seriously, promise me you won't drink and you'll have that family dinner. They'll find you pleasant enough, although they'll probably make fun of your tail. Not furry enough.
Well, I definitely won't promise, because I don't know if I actually can keep it, but I'll do my best.
Alright, no, I promise you I'll deck you if I catch you drinking. And my punches hurt.
Can you just deck me beforehand? Just that way I don't get the drinking.
Yeah, if I see Tave, I'll just take a sip, I'll attack you, make Brilla think something's actually wrong. But fuck that lady, dude. Just, no! Don't fuck her.
No.
Don't. That's the whole point.
He's just gonna like give a shit-eating grin. Just no, yeah, I understand what you meant. Yeah, that kind of worms. Ugh.
Yeah, I haven't been. I just saw your town for a bit. I thought that old dude, Albanus, whatever his name is. I saw him for like 1 minute. I didn't really talk to him. I know you and Char did. He seemed scary enough. Yeah.
He just has a rough exterior.
The lad in there, that was interesting. That was someone interesting. She reminded me of someone, that's why I thought I knew her, but turns out I didn't. Or I don't, she doesn't know I do, or, fucking Fey shit, man.
Yeah, fuck
And
face.
you can kind of realize Lavender's slightly drunk.
Wait, hang on. Are you? He like sniffs the air. He's like, oh my god, that. I thought I was just going through withdrawals. Oh my, wait. What are you drinking?
Lavender kind of blushes at that and just like goes, I suppose I'm not really the best friend for drinking in front of you, but
No.
after all that's happened today, I needed it. And I'm not telling you where I got it. You're not touching it.
I was going to beg you not to tell me where it's at.
And I think Creed would like instantly like just think back. Have you ever seen those like dogs with like, it's the beer like little mug under their neck, like on the collar?
What is that? A Saint
Yeah, and
Bernard?
I think Creed. Yeah, Saint Bernard. Like Creed would instantly just go like, oh, that's what that was.
Oh, it's
Yeah, you're not getting your hands on it. I told my dogs to bite you if you tried. So.
I can train your dogs better than you can. But then again, we also have the agreement where you'll just punch me in the mouth if I get close, right?
And also, there's a mimic, and I won't tell you when I switch it out at the bottle, so I think you're safe.
That's
but
a good point.
it's been a rough day, and all we did was rock.
It's been a rough few days. We've been definitely up against it.
Yeah. What do you plan to do when you get back to the city?
Well, I was planning on getting drunk until, you said you were going to punch me, so that's out of the window. But,
I'll stone cold Steve. I don't know, like, what would be a reference? Like, I'll punch you like a gnome. If you try to take a sip.
That'll work.
Not the beer, I mind you. I'll drink the beer myself. But I'll punch you.
Yeah. But no, in all seriousness, just some odds and ends shopping and,
yeah.
Had the conversation.
I suppose we have to get on that Genasi.
Yeah.
Drop that the code thing off. I feel like we should probably to be honest, I don't think we're anywhere close to ready for that, for the barbarian lady, as much as I would love to. She seems right in my own spirit. Pretty hot sounding. Although she's married, so maybe not. But I guess it seems like I could get answers there, but it's pretty pointless to get answers if you're dead.
Yeah.
So I suggested Genasi. Perhaps someone you'd probably get along with a lot more, considering I doubt if Genasi fits in anywhere either.
Yeah.
Theodmer's gonna walk up to y'all, and he has his coat in hand, he just sewed himself, and says, "Alright, Creed, take your clothes off," and he throws his coat at you.
I'm sorry, I am...
Awkward.
Pardon?
Very forward. He's gonna be boned. Haha, sorry.
Oh, you're gonna bone him? I imagine Korthina sleep talks that, and I guess everyone hears her. What was Korthina reading?
Screamed.
She's thinking on her books again.
If you two are done having that conversation, for record, I am no child. Now.
Yes, you are. Okay, you heard all that, whatever. I give up. I'm just going to go sit and read.
May I
and leave you Mother Hen and Old Bones to it.
Oh. Anywho, may I have your clothes, please?
Can you, turn around or something so I'm not changing right in front of you?
I'm a married man. I have no interest in you.
I meant it more for my own shame, but fine.
So direct.
Yeah, Creed will, walk down the hill a little bit and change out the clothes before he comes back up.
I imagine he just, sees a squirrel looking at him in the distance.
Yeah. Fuck are you looking at, punk? Huh?
He takes your clothes and says, "Alrighty then, I'll have you your clothes by morning." And he goes off to go sew.
Do be careful with those. They're hand-me-downs from Father Albanus.
Oh, don't worry. I'll just make sure they're good and tidy.
Thank you, Theodmer. And I actually think Creed will go to sleep after that. He got a lot off his chest, so he can finally somewhat rest easy. And sorry again if that interaction took too long, everyone else.
Oh, you're good.
Sorry, too. That's fun.
It was peak.
I just made up the parents on the spot. I have to come up with a backstory for that now.
Improv backstory.
I mean,
Just
I was already doing that, but you don't need to do that.
Alright, I'll leave the rest to you. I'll leave the rest to you.
Because like you kind of basically said, "Hey, you write my backstory," and I'm like, "Okay, fine,
Yeah.
I will write your
I'm sorry.
backstory."
Just the flex on Creed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That came out of nowhere. Yeah. It pretty much was
Yeah,
that.
bro.
If it wants, if it, DM, if you want to make that a lie, I would totally say it's in character for Lavender while drunk just to lie about that. But if it's true, that'd be nice too.
Oh my god. Just completely flexing on Creed. Just like, damn, you have daddy issues? I don't. You want to come over to
I don't
family
even have a
dinner?
dad, bitch.
You don't have one?
Okay,
This is
All right.
rough nonsense.
so
guys.
Theodmer is making clothes. Gloom, are you doing anything tonight, or are you just going straight to sleep?
Bloom needs her beauty sleep.
Okay,
Go to sleep.
got it.
Does she apply like a cosmetic routine with her own like slime?
Dude, she just pours
Yes.
water on herself.
Yes.
Just
Moisturizes.
Just goes under the mud like toads in hibernation.
Exactly.
All right, so most of you, or actually probably not most of you, some of you get a long rest. The rest of you, not so much.
yeah.
I sure the hell don't.
Yeah.
But eventually, morning does come, and the sun assails you with its bright light. And you realize that you are actually still alive. You made it out of the forest. You are now not that far away from Stonecall. And you can see it often, in the bit of a distance, but, you awake.
Korthina like sits up, just staring like tiredly into nothing.
I think Creed at this point, like, he woke up like an hour ago, and he's just been sitting on his back, like staring straight up at the sky. Just
That's
like-
pretty much what Korthina was doing.
Yeah.
She just finally gave up trying to go back to sleep.
So, Theodmer just goes straight up to you when you wake up. Like, basically, you wake up and he's already standing over you. Creed.
Yeah.
I have your clothes, and I would like my clothes back.
Korthina looks over at them. Why does he have your clothes? Did I miss something?
Lavender
Yes,
just
you did
whispers
come
down to
Don't
her.
worry about it.
She boned him. He boned him.
He boned him? Oh my god. Didn't expect that.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
You're too young, Gloom.
It's well, I mean, it's they.
Is it
How old is
young?
Gloom?
He
How
was
old is
Oakland.
What?
How old is Gloom?
I think, like in human years, it's probably like 20 something.
Okay, that's still young. Especially for a Ladrin.
Yeah.
She's like looking at a tiny child.
Theodmer's gonna go right up to her and say, I don't like people hiding information from you. I'll give you a whole little, like, manuscript of what that means later.
Lavender
Yeah,
just
I know what
looks at
it
him
means.
and goes,
I'm just
like, no,
joking.
no graphy for the children.
I'm not. I know what it means.
wide-eyed.
You guys, anytime I ask stuff like that, you guys freak out. So
It means
just pranking
sex.
you.
You're a baby. A baby with knives, but still a baby.
This is a baby with knives.
Alright, that's
remember
enough
that.
antagonizing Gloom. Give me
Korthina
my
gets up.
clothes.
We have a
Theodmer,
long
I'll-
day of stuff to do, guys. Let's mosey.
Yeah, let's not linger.
And you can tell she stiffly gets up and like tiredly trying to stretch as she wanders towards the city.
Oh,
Theodmer puts his clothes back on.
had trouble sleeping, Korthina?
Huh?
Can you sleep well? Looks like you didn't.
I'll tell you later. It was rough.
Fair enough. Alright. I suppose the Lavender turns around, like, waiting for everyone. With the dogs, just as, like, I'm gonna take the dogs to go pee. And we'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
Do we have anything else to do, or should we head back home?
Yeah, Korthina's heading back to Stonecall. She's already walking. I don't know where you guys are at.
I'll just join
I mean-
Korthina.
I'm still getting dressed.
Lavender's just kind of half waiting, half following Korthina. It's letting the dogs like run around the fields, then come back to her, like throwing a stick.
Yeah.
Except it's pointedly a knife in a sheath.
Char
Korthina
is
just kind of waves. Like, it's daylight, you're in a field, you're fine.
Theodmer waves a rib at Korthina and says, "You got a bone to pick?" And then chuckles at himself.
Ha! Funny. That's funny.
Thank you.
I got
thank you.
things
My
I gotta
children
do.
love- my children love my puns.
Let's see, as you know what? Actually, you know what? Char.
Oh damn, that was a nice voice.
Yeah, after Creed gets dressed, he's like buttoning up his coat as he drops by Char and just, you know. How's he looking?
Char is kind of he was kind of following Korthina in kind of like a mindless daze, more or less.
You sleep okay?
Uh, did you? I don't mean to offend you in any way, but did you get any dreams or messages or anything last night?
Oh fuck! It wasn't just me. Okay, we're probably gonna need to discuss this, aren't we? Yeah, I got the nightmare.
I had a very weird dream.
Do you want to talk about it, or do you want to let it sit for a while, or what are you thinking?
Can you check something for me? And
Sure.
Char is going to pull up his shirt a little bit. Like, is it still there?
The symbol?
Yeah.
Is it the symbol that was like branded into him or whatever?
It looks like it's like halfway gone, as if it's just like there's like a remnant of a scar.
That is really interesting and equally worrying. It's still there, but fading.
Sorry.
I apologize.
How was your dream?
Oh, terrible. You know, I didn't promise. I asked Lavender to punch me in the mouth if I started going for some booze, and I'm very afraid she's probably gonna have to keep up on that offer much sooner than I expected.
Yeah, I was gonna drink tonight too.
Oh, God, sure. Yeah. Well, if you're gonna drink, at least, you know, make it classy. For me.
I'll make a mental note. You wouldn't happen to know anything about, I don't know, like a very shadowy throne, maybe?
A shadowy throne. Is this a Shadowfell thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be so honest.
And let me rack my brain here for a second. Would it be religion or would it be like arcana?
For
This shadow throne that Char mentioned.
I guess it would be religion.
Religion. All right, gonna guidance myself.
Religion.
Religion, my favorite. So let's see. I get 6 becomes a 14. 14 becomes a 19 because I have my book. Plus a D4. That's a 20 total.
From a 6, I've become a 20 total.
That's key.
Yeah.
I love him being expected to religion.
I mean, you take a wild, educated guess that something with a whole bunch of shadows might relate to the Shadowfell.
Yeah, that's... You know, I can say with about 87, 88% accuracy, it's probably something with the Shadowfell, which I'll need to do more research on.
I might join you for that.
Yeah, I need to hit the books anyway. I've got a few questions.
Do you think anybody else had any weird dreams?
You know, as much as I want to say it's the gods picking on the 2 tieflings, I'm more than certain someone else has. I mean, Korthina looked like a zombie, and they usually do not. They're, you know, they'd be a very pretty zombie if they were a zombie, but they, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Maybe we should check up on them.
Absolutely. You check with Korthina and perhaps Lavender. I'll check in with Gloom and Theodmer.
Sounds good.
All right.
And are you guys just like all walking and talking, or are you just sitting in camp doing this?
I think
say
we're just
we're
like
walking
rolling
talking.
his bedroll.
I think we're
Korthina
walking.
has wandered
Yeah.
off. Towards
Yeah.
Lavender's just
Lavender
with
and Korthina
Korthina.
walking. Yeah, so it's all 3 of us walking off.
Sorry, I was rolling up my bedroll. We're walking and talking, okay?
Okay.
Char's gonna catch up to Korthina and Lavender and everybody. And, hey, did you guys have any weird dreams?
When you catch up, Dahmer's just like trying to say not that joke. He's like, mountains aren't just funny. They're hilly areas.
Lavender, like, kind of does. Wait, Lavender's going to do a performance check. What if you performance or something check to, like, laugh along?
I mean, like you said, you get the same modifier
I
either
keep
way.
doing that, Dan.
So, you know.
6. It's
Yeah,
pretty
that's-
obvious.
You have a
she's, like-
pretty fake laugh.
Yeah, she's like laughing there, like trying to laugh.
Ha ha
Kind of
ha
like-
ha ha
Like, with a hint of fear in her
ha.
eyes.
I promise. I have a funnier one. I promise. Also, hello,
Korthina
Char.
just snorts and like
Is it your
a
funny
half
bone?
chuckle.
Hello, Char. Welcome to the group. Y'all stayed behind a little bit.
Oh,
Hi.
Char, hi. How's it going?
Have you guys had any weird dreams recently? And by recently, I mean last night.
Luckily now.
No, I don't sleep.
Yeah, I should have expected that.
Yeah, no, right. That was a silly question to ask somebody who's undead skeleton.
So, how about you, Korthina?
Hey,
Still
look
trying
at that.
to figure
The,
that out.
the dog. Look how cute the dog is. Sure, maybe you should ask
Dog?
someone else.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Korthina just like tiredly walks over to the dog. You're so cute. Why are you so cute today?
And by
Hey,
accident,
sorry.
she's petting the mimic.
Char, I have a
Everything
question
just
for
like
you.
grabs its face and just starts going, "Ooh, you're such a cute puppy."
Char, I have a question for you.
Mm,
Why do you never fight a zombie centaur?
why not?
You're just being a dead horse.
We're in hell.
Or actually,
Lavender just. Okay, I'll do it. Lavender. Let's see.
Gloom, would you like me to spare you from
8.
these refitting jokes?
Another big
Please.
laugh.
I love
Come
that.
here.
Somebody put him to sleep. Put him to sleep.
I mean, at a certain point, you guys do make it to the gate. The guards
Thank
wave
God.
you through. They comment, "Man, you guys look like shit. What happened in the forest?"
Oh, Dahmer's gonna split off.
Forest,
to
man.
Find probably
Excuse
a
me,
funeral
I
home
like
where
beautiful.
Dahmer would go.
Maybe you do, but like the rest of these guys, none of you look like you got a wink of sleep.
I look right.
You're a poor energetic character. This frog is doing perfectly fine. Look at her skin; it's glistening.
Yeah, it looks like
Thank
she's
you.
properly moisturized, but the tieflings don't look good. The dragonborn doesn't look good. Is that just, the way you normally look, or...
I'm going through withdrawals.
I just want to go home.
Oh, so the tieflings are drug users. Got it.
Korthina just eyeball, kind of side glares the guard. She's like,
Lavender,
it's been a
Lavender scoops
long
up.
night.
Hey! Don't bite off more than you can chew there, Korthina.
And she just keeps walking. Just growls a little bit and just keeps walking.
Okay.
I forgot how bad it is in the city.
I want to go home.
Theodmer's split up. Let's find out.
Lavender's just got a cloak up and just goes. And just turns to Char and. No, Char would probably have his cloak. Well, apparently it's not on. It just goes to Creed and just goes, "Do you want the cloak? Or are you good
No.
like this?"
I'm fine, thank you.
Alright, fair enough. See you later. And she goes ahead with Korthina.
Okay.
Take care.
So you guys are all splitting up,
I-
right?
Yeah,
I-
Korthina's wandering off to the library.
I don't know
Okay.
if anyone's fault.
We're not gonna. Okay.
All right. So so where's everybody going? Korthina,
Lavender's
Lavender.
heading back to the house.
Okay. Lavender's going
And
back
then
to the safe
no,
house.
the library.
Library.
She's going to the library, sorry.
With Korthina.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
If you guys are gonna go to the library, take the key to Assyrian.
I'll drop that off on the way.
Say you know me, he'll be more willing to work.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. So, where are the other? What are the other four of you doing?
Theodmer's going to a funeral home for commoners.
Okay. So you're. Okay.
Char's just gonna go home.
Okay. So you're going back to the safe house.
Mm-hmm.
Creed was gonna do some shopping, but he was gonna hang around Gloom for a little bit first, see how she's doing. So I guess he'll be with Gloom for at least a minute.
Well, Gloom. I wanted to ask everyone, but since they just walked off, okay, would we know where Sethric is? Like where he lives? Or
You
goes?
imagine that he'd probably be. You could find him within the Grand Library.
The Grand Library.
The Grand Library of Denier, which is where Korthina and Lavender are going.
Oh,
Poor
well then,
Gloom
I
just
guess.
kind of there.
Yeah, I guess Gloom will go with them. Wait, actually, Gloom will go with them. Can she follow them from behind sneakily?
You could.
Gloom's gonna do that.
Please do could you do a hidden check, whatever you call it? What would it be? A stealth.
Do I rolled stealth?
You're probably gonna fucking clear it, but I just want to see.
Yeah, I have a +10, but. Oh! Oh no. I just realized there's something I have to do first. Or.
Oh, I thought it was in that one.
Well, she got a
No.
3, so, I mean...
Yeah.
13. So.
Yeah.
Passive perception, yeah. Hey, Gloom, what's going on? You following us?
Oh, was I following you? I need to go somewhere else. I'm sorry. See you guys later.
You're always welcome, but good luck. With whatever, kill them quickly if you need to.
I was gonna say.
Always.
You just assumed it was in the same direction, but it's all good. Have a good time. We'll see you later.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go to. She's going to the Thieves Guild. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Just asking, because again, like I said, Creed's following Gloom. So what, are you just letting him follow you, or telling him to fuck off?
Yeah, she was. If you're following her, she'd be like, "Why are you following me?"
Because I wanted to check in with you.
I'm probably I think I'm the most mentally fine here.
You know, I don't doubt that, but I just want to be
True.
sure. May Creed roll insight just to be just in case.
When they say they're mentally fine, they're not really fine.
Yeah, that's why he's
Just
checking.
the way it is.
Listen, Gloom's very quiet, and I imagine they're very good at hiding their emotions. So Creed's actually gonna like genuinely look into it if he may.
He can try.
You can try. All right, insight moment, and I'm not gonna guidance it because that's be really weird if he starts just like mumbling in prayer right before he looks at you. Fucking weirdo. 14. Does he get anything or no?
Good
Do I have
question.
to roll? I don't even
I
know.
mean, are you trying to deceive him?
Well, I think in this moment she's fine, so I don't know if that's deception or.
So I mean,
Okay, so-
you just said that you're going to the Thieves Guild. You know, you have things to take care of.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And they're going to be safe there, or safe
I'm
enough
all
at
okay.
least.
Yeah, don't worry. I have disguise self.
Right on. He's gonna squat down. He's gonna like offer dude like the knuckles again. Don't get into any trouble, yeah?
Okay. She'll do it back.
Take care. And if anything goes wrong, here, take Lyra. He's just gonna like put Lyra on your shoulder. She'll be good for you.
Oh, okay.
Right, stay out of trouble. And he'll leave you be finally.
Okay. And where is Creed gonna go at this point?
There's a few odds and ends things that I'll just DM to you later for like actual shopping, but for right now he's gonna go to the where's the map with all the shops? Give me a second. The divination one.
Oh, the I can't believe you're not psychic divination.
That's the one.
All right.
Ooh, and the cartographers. I'll go to them afterwards. Which will actually just be in my general shopping list, so we don't need to roleplay that out. Yeah. Going to the divination one.
Okay.
So you can start with whomever you want.
All right. So, well, hang on. I'm typing something here. Okay, so Korthina and Lavender. You're able to get into the castle gates, no problem. They let you through. They recognize you. You see Captain Lysidreth. He kind of waves hi and continues about his business. And he says, basically says, hey Lavender, how you doing? I got it. Good to see you.
Oh, you recognize me in this cloak, but fascinating. Great. Have a good one.
And
Korthina, do you want to come see Auran with me before we go to the library? It's in the same building, right?
Sure, we can go do that. That sounds like something. Let's go.
Yeah, just get it out of the way before everything else.
Okay.
I guess we just make our way to Auran. I think it's in the same building. I don't know shit where it is.
Yeah. The Grand Library is in the same building as Sarian is in the same building. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Isn't he like?
Just going to see Auran.
So, you guys enter into the library, and of course, there's the receptionist there. Says, "And can I help you?"
Yes, we're here to see Auran, and we've got something that he's very interested in.
Oh, well, I suppose follow me. I'll take you to him. And the
Alright.
receptionist leads you over. So he takes you in, and the receptionist knocks on the door. Sarian, we have some visitors. He says, "Ah, yes, come in.
Okay. Step
And
through the door.
it's like, adventurers. I assume I don't recognize you, but I know I've seen you before." And he points to Korthina, but he doesn't necessarily recognize Lavender right away. What have you found another key?
Yeah.
You have to do that, the Cypress keys, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Char told me about you. Here. I think I met you. Whatever, I met you like once, dude. Here you go. And Lavender just hands it to him.
It's like, oh, excellent. And as he looks at it, he kind of furrows his brow. He's like, this is written in a different language than the other ones.
You were told it was. Can Lavender do it? I don't actually think she would bother to remember the language. Or perhaps, but not. Perhaps if it was anything else, but not in this case. So she's just going to try to do a. Would it be a intelligence check? Just a general intelligence check to see if she can remember it, because I cannot.
Remember what?
The name of the language, whatever her name is said it was, and.
Oh yeah, you can do.
I remember
you can
she
do
mentioned it.
You can do a check. Yeah.
Yeah, there was 17.
A 17.
I really should have written that. Yeah.
It's like far speech or like deep. I don't know. Yeah.
Deep speech.
Yeah, deep speech.
Deep
Oh yeah,
speech.
it's that deep speech language. That's what we were told. Different kind of puzzle, I suppose.
You said they told you that's what it was? Who told you?
Well, we ran into a merry band of travelers, and one of them happened to speak it. Not well enough to decipher it. That's all I could say.
Well, it's a very rare language to know, indeed. It's
Yeah, I thought the same. Yeah.
Well, I will get to work on this. I'm gonna definitely need some time. I suppose, have you been in contact with Lady Songbird? She's reached out and contacted me through some of my acquaintances.
No, does she expect us? Did she ask anything of you?
She doesn't necessarily give me that information, but I know that my associates give her the updates, and things word travels around pretty quick. So
I think the last time we saw her was at the ball game. She looks at Lavender, the two people who
did you go to the barrel ball opening ceremony?
Didn't watch it. We were on the ship at the time.
Oh,
I wasn't feeling good.
I mean,
I only agreed to come for the adventure, and it turned out to be none, so I was a little disappointed, but...
Well, I suppose you missed out on a grand event. That is, I wish I could have been there. Barrel ball is one of my favorite sporting events to attend.
It sounds pretty cool.
Alright, I guess it was so loud, that's all I needed to know.
So, but I will get to work on this right away.
Thank you.
Thank you, good luck.
Yes, of course. And yeah, as he turns around, he takes one arm and he swipes across his desk, throws everything on the ground, and sits down and begins to examine the thing.
You really should take better care of his things.
He's just so excited. And they leave. Korthina walks out the door.
Lavender leaves too.
Okay. And you find your way back to the rest of the library, and whatever it is you're trying to do. Are you looking for other books?
Lavender is specifically looking for books on cantrips. Specifically, that's prodigious. Fuck. The cleaning one. Specifically, just to be able to clean your own things.
Press the digitation.
Yeah,
yeah. That's literally the only thing she's thinking to herself, and she kind of whispers to Korthina, I'll leave you to your library search. I understand it's usually something you want to be alone, unless you wanted to tell me about whatever happened last night.
We'll get there. Need to interpret some things.
Yeah?
So...
Yeah.
I'm just going to go find some nerd books. There's not really... I doubt there's much on anything out of the Feywild, but I'll also look while I'm there.
Yeah. I'll meet up back here in a little bit then.
So are you trying
Lavender
Are you trying to purchase spell scrolls?
Specific could she be able to learn produce the fucking
press the digitation, yes.
Yeah, specifically not to use it in battle or otherwise to see people, because I know it can be used to do that just for personal use.
Learn it out of a book?
Yeah, because specifically to avoid not to make things unbalanced because she's a barbarian. But specifically just to be able to say she cleans her own weapons like that.
Alright, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can go as if you're trying to buy the spell scroll, but you can ask them to teach you it instead.
Yeah.
If you want to do it that
Yeah,
way.
that's what you would do. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And she'd also be looking for any Sylvan books or books on the Feywild, but I doubt there's any in the library.
I mean, you'd find some, like, books on learning how to read and write Sylvan and how to speak it. But the Feywild itself, it would just be pretty generic knowledge. It's nothing terribly specific.
Is there any books on dreams? Or like she's going to look out for specifically books on like dream, like omens.
Okay.
But not like just trying to avoid everything to do with gods, which I imagine it means there's nothing.
Hard to do.
You find a small stack of things that reference dreams. Like you find a couple of books. One you find is written by one Astralon the Wise. The moon's position and the dreams that it causes, and that's the title of the book. You see another book that simply says Devils and Dreams. You're not quite sure what that one is about, but who knows? You might grab that one.
Yeah, she's just going to throw it at Char when they get back. So she's looking at those books and learning that spell. Yeah, that's all she'll be doing.
And okay, you'll find a couple like really generic things about dreams, like maybe dream interpretations, but you won't necessarily.
She's very tempted to try to eat it. She's like. She's like, this is about as useful. I might as well just eat it. But then she stops herself. But like, I imagine anyone coming across her, we just see a lady drooling over a stack of books. And they're not even raunchy.
Well, one of them is questionable. You don't know yet. Who knows?
Alright. Alright, that's it.
Okay. And Korthina, what are you looking for?
Korthina is looking for a book on like she's thinking of like a book on like symbols, like like a generic book about symbols and like what they mean. Like you can normally find like a book being like, ooh, the symbols of blah blah blah, something like that.
Like can you be more specific about what, like, are you asking about religious symbols? Are you asking about historical symbols? Things like that have to do with
I guess it would be
governments?
because, okay, so like the symbol she saw, she's gonna look for that if she can find it, and she honestly has never seen it, so she wasn't sure where to start.
Okay.
So I guess we could start with religion and work our way through.
Okay, so you find some books on religious symbols.
Okay.
Okay.
And she's flipping through them, trying to see if that symbol in particular is in there.
Okay, go ahead and do an investigation check. It's pretty low DC.
Okay,
but it's also, I'm making you do it because you're also sleep deprived. So.
Yeet. Hey, not bad. 16.
All right, you do actually stumble across a fairly dusty book that does have this symbol on it, but based off of what do you actually speak here?
What do I speak?
And what can you read? Yeah, no, you can't read it.
Can I figure, like, do I recognize the language? Like, oh, this is not, like, this is in Infernal or whatever. Or is it just letters on a book?
Yeah, well, go ahead and do an intelligence check.
Okay, that's great. Where is it?
You got a +1 to your intelligence roll, so,
Where is it? Why the hell can't I? Oh, there we go. Hey!
There you go.
There you go, nice.
It looks to be in Elvish.
Wonderful.
I know.
Cough, cough.
Mm.
Cough, cough.
She puts it under her arm. She puts it under her arm, and she, you know, because she's gonna check it out, even though she can't read it. She's gonna like look for like. I'm sure she can find a book that can like cross-reference some of the Elvish whatever, but she's just gonna put it under her arm and look for shoot, I had it in my head. She was gonna look for like I can't remember what it was. Oh well, never mind. I guess I can't remember what it was.
Well, if you want, I can move on, and while you think about it, you can like message it to me and tell me.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna think about it. I can't remember what it was.
Okay, so Gloom, do you want to talk about what you're doing or no?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I was trying to type it out.
Because like, you know, it all depends on if you want everyone to know about it too. That's the other thing.
I mean, I think they'll find out. If it goes my way, they'll find out one way or another.
Okay. Well, all right. So you enter into the Thieves Guild. You knock on. You do your special knock. You get in, and you disguise yourself, and you go in to go meet the person that you normally meet with, and you overhear somebody. Says, "Ha! You wouldn't believe the jobs I've taken. Escorting nobles, boring. Bandit raids, please. But you know what was fun? Burning down that slimy little grung village out in the ancient forest. Kicked over their little clay huts. Watched the whole thing go up in smoke. Those tree frogs didn't even see it coming." And someone says, "Psh, you're talking too loud, Valen." Yeah, the first guy says, what do you think? Who do you think here gives a damn? No one misses those little swamp rats. Besides, we got paid good gold for that job. Nobles up top wanted them cleared out, and we delivered.
Gloom is fighting the urge to kill him. But, okay, you said he's...
Gloom, get him. Follow Phoebe's example.
Okay, how big of a guy is he? Is he like 6 foot something and like buff?
Yeah, no, he's a pretty big guy. So he's like 6 foot, 250, but you know, and he's also wearing like what looks to be some specialized plate armor.
Can I tell what kind of plate armor it is?
It just simply looks like it's enchanted.
Okay, I wanted to see how... Does it look like he's gonna leave this place anytime soon? Because I was thinking maybe following him, but if he's not gonna leave, then I have something else I can try.
You're not sure when he's gonna leave. But you know, he just seems to be, you know, sitting down enjoying his time here. He just seems to be a bit more boisterous than everybody else.
And okay, is this Thieves Guild the one that like Revan is like the leader of or something?
You heard about Revan in here, yes.
Okay. Oh no, I'll try it. Okay. Gloom's gonna go up to him and be like, "Hey, Revan asked me to come get you. We have a special job we have to do."
Who are you? And who the hell is Revan?
He's a pretty important guy around here. He said he's heard of you, and you know.
Nobody gives a shit. Get out of here, you dumb little pipsqueak. Anyway.
Fine, if you don't want the 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold? Yeah, whatever. I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh. Okay, she's gonna try and follow him then. Stalk him home or whatever, just follow him.
Okay. Alright, well, while you're waiting for him to leave, let's go over to Creed.
Creed! Alright, I sent my shopping list so you can tell me whatever the gold amounts are later, but anyway. The divination.
Okay. So you go into you see this rickety sign that's on this blue tent that says, "I can't believe you're not psychic divination." And as you enter into the tent, you see that there's it's pretty well decorated area, and there's a man in a pretty fine suit, kind of tapping his fingers together. And as you enter in, he kind of looks at you interesting, says, "Ah, traveler, you have come seeking wisdom. And he chuckles nervously. The truths of the universe, the unraveling of fate, and for the very reasonable price of..." Kind of looks you up and down. Say a couple silver and something interesting that you may have acquired. Got any trinkets?
I've got a handful.
Well, if you would like to pay me now, I would be happy to tell your fortune.
May I roll insight to see the legitimacy of this operation?
Sure.
That is a 20 total.
Oh, well, it seems to be a very legitimate thing. It just also seems that he looks like he might be stressed a bit about money.
Alright, fair enough. Yeah. Creed will nod his head and take a seat before beginning to go through his coin purse. I don't have any change. Will a gold piece do?
Ah, yes, of course.
Here. He'll put over a gold piece, and what's a nice trinket he has?
Do you have any of the trinkets that you have acquired that you guys got from Kikolas Nage?
I don't think I got any of those.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
I do have a Dinir's holy symbol though, and I kind of offer that. Just
Seriously, a holy symbol in the city of Dinir.
It was what they shot.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll take a gold piece. That's more than enough. But please,
Right,
please come through here. And he gestures you back to this back room, and it's covered by a curtain. And he opens the curtain, and points for you to go through.
Thank you.
And in this room, it's a very closed circle. It's a very circular room, and in the center of the room is a table. It's got a blue cloth over it. It's got different phases of the moon being draped down either side, and a singular crystal ball setting right in the middle. And there are floating candles around the room that give off a green light.
Oh,
and
that's nice.
There's a small little chair. Looks like a little tiny cafe chair almost. And he sits across from you and says, "Please take a seat. So you want a reading. What troubles you? A lost love, a gamble gone wrong, sudden inexplicable encounter with an undisputed lord of Undeath?" I only jest. Maybe perhaps it's a drinking problem, or I don't know. But anyway, let's take this seriously. What kind of answers can I get for you? Or are you hoping to find?
I've got plenty of questions, but we'll start with an easy one first that doesn't even require the crystal ball. If I were to inquire about a individual other than myself, would you be able to do anything with that?
It's a bit more difficult, but I could certainly try. What can you tell me about this individual?
Fortunately, not much. The name was Aloysius. You know the great heroes, correct? Alira, all of them, yes?
Yes, of course.
Allegedly, they were a friend or acquaintance of Alira far back when.
I question on how you might have gleaned this particular information, but I don't know. Maybe you found some historical texts that we do not have, but I don't know of anyone named Aloysius.
Something like that. If I recall correctly, are you able to perform scrying here? The spell, that is?
Can? Yes. Will I? And he kind of like tilts his head, like, expectantly.
Would suppose that would be of a higher fee, wouldn't it?
Okay, he, like, gives you a gentle nod.
Dude's gotta think for a second. Fine. How much do you desire? Or rather, how much do you predict I'm going to pay you?
Something around, 5? As he trails off as if he's questioning.
Fine. But I think that's an apt price. Creed will actually offer up the 5.
Alright.
Yeah, put it on the
And
table.
who would you like to scry on, I guess?
Like I said, the name is Aloysius. I'm unaware if he's dead or perhaps still alive. The only lead I could possibly give is that I have a guess that we may, in some way, shape, or form, be related, and as such, and correct me if I'm wrong, this may not be how the spell works. If you were to have a figment of the person you're looking for, such as a lock of hair, you would have an easier time finding them. Now, if I'm a relative, and again, I'm not sure how this spell works, if I were to offer something of me, would you be able to track that back?
So you're asking me to track a long-lost relative?
Yes. I should have phrased it that way myself.
I could certainly do that.
Creed's gonna, like, block a hair out of his head.
Alright. And he's going to take it, he's going to set it directly on top of the crystal ball, and it seems to absorb right into it in a puff of smoke. And you can see him begin to chant to himself as he's casting this spell. And as this happens, it begins to glow, and it kind of reveals a bit of landscape. It looks to be out in the sands. It says, it seems as though you do have a living relative. Where is this? I don't know. I don't recognize this. It's either Hebben or Korin. I'm not quite sure which, but
Heaven or Korin?
Hebben, Hebin.
Heaven.
I know it
Them...
sounds like heaven, but it's not heaven.
Are either of those west of Lochthorn?
Lockhorn?
Yes.
No. Both of those
Not
are to
west?
the east. Both of those are close to Rishali.
I see. Okay.
Well,
Rishali.
Outside of the landscape, that's about all I can give you for right now. Perhaps, there is a bit of a range limit on this spell, so, or at least as far as my capacity is concerned, there's a range limit.
Let's see. You said you can confirm this as a relative of mine.
Based off of your hair, they got to be related in some way.
Are you seeing someone or just a place?
I see. Well, I see some. I see another tiefling like you.
How like me?
I mean,
How similar?
He's black. He's a tiefling. Like, what do you want me to say?
I don't know. Hairstyle, eye color, height, weight.
He looks. I don't know. Look, man. He's got yellow eyes. He's got black hair. He's got black skin. He's got horns.
Yellow eyes. Yellow eyes.
Don't know what you want me to tell you. You all kind of look the same to me. No offense, just, you know, not much I can tell you there.
Sorry, I'm writing this down. I couldn't find my good pen, so I had to scramble for my.
Have to write down all the
crappy one.
racism.
Yeah, yes, and the not so
Shopkeeper
casual
was
racism.
racist.
Yeah. So he's able to predict the future. He's able to predict that I'm gonna punch him in the fucking mouth for that. That's a joke.
With my mouth.
Yeah, with my mouth passionately.
That's one way to check if a whatever fortune teller is real. If they do want to predict that. A punch, yeah, they didn't see that coming. A kiss, nah.
Yeah, no, one of the funniest running jokes I've ever seen is like a fortune teller going out to check their mail. And there's nothing there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I knew it.
But anyway, is this all you wanted, or did you actually want to get your fortune done?
No, I needed a fortune as well.
Okay, well. Is there anything specific that you're concerned about?
How do I ask these? There are a number of people I have grown attached to. How many of them am I going to lose?
I don't necessarily know if I can. I can certainly try. You know, whether or not it's going to depend on if they're affected by magics. That might affect this. Let me go ahead and take a look.
At the very worst, if you can show me instances of what could be a last moment with them, I might be able to yet change that fate.
Well, I mean, once I get started, whatever it gives me, so it's just going to be a, you know.
I'm prepared. Show me what you can. Got my
Give me 1
crappy
second.
pen at the ready. No, it's all good. I'm still looking for my good pen, so you're all good.
Now we find out if we die.
All right.
Yeah,
so
that's exactly it, because he doesn't want that to happen.
so he's going to start chanting, and he's going to start moving his hands as like gray smoke starts billowing up into the crystal ball, and his eyes begin to glow, you know, bright white color, and he looks into the crystal ball, and his voice changes a bit. He says, "You walk a path of loss more than most. That's not a curse, it's just what happens when someone like you keeps getting up after fate knocks you down." And you see some, like, symbols begin to float within the crystal ball, and he's tracing his hands over these figures. It's 3 roads, 3 figures, none reach the end with you. And he looks up at you and says, "You will lose one to despair, another to a blade, and the last to something far worse than death. You don't get to save all of them. The only question is, who do you fight to keep, and who do you let go?" And then suddenly a flowing of sands begins to fill the crystal ball, and his eyes change color again, and his voice changes an additional time to something a bit deeper. He's like, oh boy, here we go. Oh. And he's flicking his fingers as if like the crystal ball is shocking him. He says, "You're marked. Not just cursed, you're marked. It's not the same thing. Oh. Yeah, curse binds, and a mark is a choice, and you, my friend, are being watched. He's patient. He does not chase. He does not demand. He's simply waiting. Because the moment you slip, the moment you falter, he won't have to take you. You'll crawl to him yourself. When the bone calls, you'll have to make a choice. And when you reach for help, you might find yourself grasping the wrong hand. And suddenly a surge of a red smoke fills this as, you see like it's almost like little puppets dancing along inside the thing, going in and out, and his eyes change color to a bright red now. And his voice kind of almost goes back to normal. And it says, the past does not rest, does it? As he, waves his hand over, like as if he's like rotating the scene, looking for something. 2 cities waged in war. You weren't there, but your blood was? And that blood, it never left the battlefield. Your parents, they didn't just die in the war. They were claimed by it. And you are the debt that remains. Their deaths weren't random, Creed. It wasn't just war. It was done, chosen, carved into the bones of history. And if you don't find the truth, someone else will find it for you. And, almost like as fast as it came, it disappears again. The smoke vanishes. The crystal ball goes back to a light color, and the fortune teller just kind of blinks his eyes several times, like, okay, that was a lot. That's gonna be a lot to unpack there. I'm gonna need a drink after that one. Man, yeah. I'd tell you to be careful, but let's be real. You're already in it. You're neck deep. Just some things you can't seem to run from. Some things always catch up to you.
Yeah.
Oof.
He's gonna slowly stand up and very awkwardly push the chair back in.
Well, I'd say it could be worse, but I don't know how much worse it could get.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I was going to ask a final question of if I was good to start drinking again, but I'm fairly certain I know the answer. So thank you for your time.
Well, let me see you out. And he gets up and he holds open the curtain. Well, I hope your day gets better at the very least.
I appreciate that, friend. Take care of yourself.
Yes, take it easy, I guess. And he goes back into the room. I'm like, man, that was that, and you can hear him whisper under his breath, "Man, that guy's creepy."
That guy is fucked, beyond fucked. But yeah, I imagine at that point, Creed's gonna just start walking back to the house. I'm gonna assume he did all the day shopping before going to the divination. For sake.
I'm gonna say book on coming 10, 35, 40.
Yeah, you don't have to give me an exact cost right now. I'm not gonna make you do that.
Let's say 80 gold.
Well, I can't quite afford that, so I'll cut the bag of holding.
Okay, so 40 gold.
Okay.
But I will get you. I'll get you more of that transcript here.
Yeah.
But
oh man, yeah. I was scribbling. I was trying to scribble down what I can. It's my notepad's doing the thing where sometimes the ink just doesn't want to work on one part of the page, and the pen itself is also really bad. And it's just
That's why I type everything. I literally type everything.
All right.
I would like to type, but if I do that, you can hear it on my mic, and it's just bad.
So,
muted.
All right, Char, are you doing anything at the safe house, or are you just simply just going there and you're just like chillaxing the entire time?
I just wanted to do like two things.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the safe house, and Char is going to go to like the back, like where our training area kind of is. And he's going to look at his amulet of Zoom, and he's going to try to channel and cast Fireball at them.
You're gonna cast Fireball at...
Any one of our training dummies.
Okay.
Does it work?
Yeah. You cast Fireball.
Okay.
It blows up the training dummies.
I suppose someone will take care of that later. And he's just going to... he's gonna go up to the our like chapel area that's kind of like the roof.
Okay.
He's going to kind of kneel down in like the center of it all, and he's going to cast darkness. And he's going to encapsulate the room in that like sort of like dark magical sphere. And I guess he's going to somewhat try to recreate or try to reach whatever he saw in that dream and try to just grasp it fully.
Sorry, repeat that?
He's going to try to pray to whoever he saw in his dreams.
In the darkness?
Yeah, in the darkness.
Okay.
He's just going to say, I don't know who you are. I want to say thank you for relinquishing me from whatever hold others had on me. You said I was on this path to be yours. I'm asking for you to keep guiding me on whichever way that may be.
Alright. You don't get a response.
Okay. And Char will probably just stay there in that darkness until the spell fades. And then he'll probably just relax for a while.
Okay. Alright. Let's go back over to Korthina and Lavender.
His back doesn't even catch fire. That's dope. Okay.
Well, you haven't had a conversation with him about that yet, or not? So.
It's just fine. Peanut gallerying right now.
Metagaming, nothing big.
So,
Hey.
Korthina has a light stack of books, and she just has the one book because she didn't find the other books that she was looking for, right? No. So she walks over, looks at Lavender, and she's like, "Find anything you were looking for?"
Lavender holds up a few books. Yeah, a few interesting books. Nothing particularly helpful. I did learn how to clean some stuff with magic.
Nice. That's useful.
What's that book there? What do you have?
She holds it out. She shows her the cover of it. No idea. But I saw this symbol.
That's Elvish, oh. That's useful. Do you speak Elvish?
No. I was hoping someone might.
Oh, I can help you with that later if you want. I speak it.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, and she points to the symbol on the book. Do you recognize that?
Would Lavender have to do a... Would it
Oh,
be a
sure.
religion check?
Sure.
I should
Well,
probably
let's
send
see.
it to you.
21.
You do not recognize it outright. It doesn't look particularly familiar. It seems like it's maybe a forgotten religion of some sort. But you can certainly read what it says.
Could you tell me what it says?
I was gonna say, what does it say?
It said so. It says, well, I'll just type it. I'll type it out to you. Hang on. Get back over to the right tab here. I gotta get to my notes.
You good? There you go.
Okay. And I'm assuming you share that with,
Yeah. I was texted to Korthina too.
Okay.
Well, that is particularly interesting. That raises some questions. I wonder if...
Somina? Dreamweaver.
Yes.
Okay,
Somina.
I mean, I guess that just defeats the purpose of me sending it to you privately, but...
I'm sorry. Go on, Korthina.
I'm horrible.
I
It's
was
fine.
going to.
I don't know what it means. I know nothing.
I do. It's just like... Yeah, it's not going to be... It's not good. Well, it could be good. I'd like to meet her. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So
I
this
know
is
who
gonna be
this
kind
is.
of dumb of me to ask. Could you either A, teach me to read this, or I feel really, really childish asking, can you read this to me?
I can definitely read it to you. I could try to teach you, but I mean, it's a whole ass language.
That's true.
And do you think you wanted to start taking lessons? I mean, I'm down, but I'd recommend Sylvan, but that's my mother tongue. Like, I speak both, but I prefer Sylvan, but I could... They're quite different, so...
Well, I mean, we need to read this first.
You know, yeah, I'll definitely read it to you, and if you want to start lessons, we can definitely do that. Do you
Sure.
speak any other languages?
Just Draconic
Besides
and
Common.
Common.
Well, in
Just
exchange, you
Draconic.
teach me some Draconic.
Can do. We can do that.
Alright. And then Lavender just goes to quickly grab a book in Draconic, if there's any in the library, for practice.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'm ready to head out when you are.
I'm ready. She's looking at this book as she's walking to the counter. I'm gonna check this guy out.
Staying with Lavender, she's just going to check the books out.
How many days has it been since I took my armor to the one guy?
Yeah, I mean, it's ready to go.
Okay, cool. And she kind of like waves her finger. I gotta pick up that armor as well. Don't let me forget that.
You want to go together? Keep away from the, you know, those spies or whatever. Or,
Yeah.
I'll wait outside though, I'm not going in, it's too loud.
No, it's fine. Yeah, we're just going to the blacksmith over there, right in the market area. It's all good. We'll be quick about it. And that's
Lavender
where they
just
go.
kind of like curses for a second. Damn it!
What?
I was so caught up. The whole tomb thing. I'm so looking forward to getting that ruby or whatever. It's the amulet, but it doesn't really lend itself to money making, does it? I doubt Songbird is going to give a shit. Well, she'll probably give many shits once we reach it, but until then, you have to find a different way to make money.
Yeah. Did we?
Are you guys gonna go try to talk to Lady Songbird at all?
Korthina was
Yeah,
gonna
now that
meet
we're
her that
near
way,
here.
but after she gets her armor.
Would it be closer to go to Songbird first?
Yeah, no, because Lady Songbird is within the castle walls there, so
That's true. Corthina's
yeah.
just not paying attention.
Also,
Let's go find Songbird.
can drop off the gauntlet of hypnosis that you still have and you've never gotten rid of.
Shh.
No. Lavender's
let
like
it go.
looking at her. No. No.
Corthina has thoughts about this. Corthina has thoughts about this that I keep forgetting to share with the DM. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that, sir. Corthina has thoughts.
Lavender's like, we're not getting rid of that gauntlet.
I don't know what you're talking about. And she just keeps walking.
Fair enough. All right, let's go see Songbird. No spilling the beans. Or cracking the gith egg. Whatever. Out in the metaphors.
She kind of stops for a second. She's like, but what if she knows I'm going to have it in my bag?
Just put it in the mimic. If she tries to reach in, she'll just be bitten. I don't think she's going to do that.
But I don't want the mimic anything to happen to him.
She'll be fine. Besides, what's the worst that can happen? I shouldn't say that. Never mind. It can be very bad. But you call. Maybe you just hold on to it. If she tries to go for it, you throw it to the mimic.
We're gonna go check in with Lady Songbird really quick, and I'm just gonna hang on to it and just not say anything.
Okay. Alright. And Theodmer, what are you doing?
Oh, he went to a funeral home.
Okay. I realize that we've just been ignoring you this entire time. So, what are you doing at the funeral home? You're not raising the dead, are you?
Oh,
please, that'd be so fun.
Potentially. So Theodmer, he went specifically to find a funeral home where commoners would be more active. So the outskirts of the city, anywhere where he knows lower, more of a poverty-driven area where the commoners would be. And before he enters, he's gonna enter an alleyway, make sure it's clear, and he's gonna use alter self to change himself up, fixes up his clothes, and it's a little bit more, it's a nicer clothing, more elegant, almost noble-like. And he would like to enter the funeral home and see if he sees any specifically, like if there isn't any, I'll take whatever's there, but specifically any grieving like spouses or family members.
You're looking for grieving spouses.
Or family members, yes.
Okay.
Oh, he wants to be a sugar daddy, yeah.
You easily find a few.
Okay. Oh, and also he is 100% human when he alters himself. So he's like a human with like a well-kept beard and all that. He'd like to go up to one of them and be like, "Hello, my name is Theodmer Elmore Ralabella. Do you have a moment to speak, perhaps?"
Yeah, I suppose. Well, it's just you need something.
I was thinking perhaps I could help you and you'd help me in exchange, because I know you're mourning a loss right now, and I 100% empathize with that. I respect it, and I don't mean to be any of those life insurance fellows that try to scam you. I'm here to help.
They already said they wouldn't insure him. Apparently, jumping off the roof and onto a spiky pole doesn't qualify for a payout.
Yes. In most cases, that does not. Let's find a place a little bit more private. And he's going to find the most private place he can possibly find nearby, which is probably not going to be very private. And he's going to continue. I understand you lost your spouse, and are you perhaps a little tight for money right now because of that?
Yeah.
To be? I would like to give you an offer. I'm a vitamancer, is what I like to call myself. I study the origins of life.
You study vitamins?
No. Vita for vitality. I study life itself, and I wish to one day be able to improve the lives of people who lose others, much like yourself. And to do that, I need to be able to test my theories, test my magic. And I would like to offer you a year's worth of gold in exchange for your deceased one's body.
I suppose it's. What are you going to be doing to him? You're not going to be burning him up, are you?
I will do nothing to desecrate the body. If anything, I'll only be honoring it and ensuring the body is well kept.
Well, I suppose if you can, once you're done with them, you could bury them safely.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course. I'll do so. And, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. If you ever need anything, Lady Songbird knows how to contact me, and she'll happily have you in contact with me. I'm happy to help you at any time. And he takes out a bag and hands her like the bag of 25 gold.
Oh, thank you. Well, I suppose it's sad that we won't get to see him again. Like, the funeral was supposed to be for tomorrow. We're gonna have funeral potatoes and everything, and someone was making 4-layer Jello, but I guess it'll be a closed casket, so they don't know he's gone.
Well, I suppose the spike through that would have been a closed casket anyways. So hopefully not too much of a loss.
I mean, it wasn't his face that went through the spike, but
Quite true, quite true. Well, I do hope this works well for you, and I'll be picking up the body from the funeral home if that is okay.
That's fine. I guess go ahead.
And he's just gonna pick up the body and go home.
All right.
Damn, so good he didn't even need a persuasion check.
I mean,
He's just that charismatic. He's just like, I would sell my body if I was dead. Like, I'm just
yeah, the moment he gets home, he's using Anime Dead on that.
all right. Well, let's go back over to Creed and Gloom real quick, and then we can finish off with. So, Gloom, you send off a note to Creed, and Creed, as you're leaving the fortune teller, you see Lyra show up with a piece of paper, and you see written on the piece of paper says, "Hey, need your help kidnapping a guy. It's important."
That's great. That's real fucking great. Okay. Lyra, guide me to wherever she's at.
Okay,
And he's got to, like, toss Lyra up there. They can start,
Yep.
flying.
Takes you back to the Thieves Guild.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, so I imagine we're just linking up outside of the Thieves Guild.
Yep.
Gloom.
So.
Yeah. I'm just like keeping an eye on him, so.
Yeah, you see Creed walking up, and usually he's, like, pretty purposed in his steps, and he has, like, a fast-paced walk, and right now you can see that he's, like, dragging his feet, and his eyes are kind of, like, glazed over. But he still, eventually, comes up next to you and just... So, what is it we are doing? Kidnapping?
Yeah, he's a little too big for me to get him. I need him to get out of here. And then we need to knock him out, take him back.
Who and why are we doing this?
It's a long story. I'll explain later if I must. And you need to explain why you look so sad right now, but we can do that later.
Just
Are you gonna help me?
tell me why. Gloom. Please just tell me why.
He had something to do with my village. He said he burned it down.
Okay, yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're gonna see, we're gonna, like, rub his eyes a little bit before, after hearing that, he actually locks in a little bit. And you see him, look a little pissed. Okay, what did he say exactly?
Yeah, basically, he was bragging about, burning it down. And the reason I want to kidnap him is because he said nobles paid him. And I want that information. I can get that information because I borrowed Char's truth serum.
Okay. Okay. Do you know if he's on any other contracts right now?
All I know is his name. Valen.
Valen.
Or
Well, this
Valen.
Valen,
hmm
we need him on the contract, and we need it out in the woods. At least between towns. Doing this in the middle of the street, even at night, is not going to work. But we say he gets a contract over in Pinehold. He has to make his way in between towns. That's when we strike. I have done a lot of hunting.
Okay.
I know how to take care of this. If he's too dangerous to tackle head on, like you said, then we won't tackle him head on.
Well, probably a little. It just seems like it'll be harder for me by myself.
No. Gloom. You're gonna see him like actually like crouch and like hold you by the shoulders. Just, we're not doing this head on. I
Okay.
can't risk that.
Well, then how do we make sure he gets a contract somewhere else? I tried to trick him, but it didn't work.
Unfortunately, part of hunting is the waiting game. And I know that sucks to hear, but until either you or someone in our group forges a fake contract or we catch wind of a real contract, we'll just need to keep an eye on him, see if he leaves the city or not. If and when he does, that's when we strike. Because I have these. And he's gonna pull out a little like map case. He's gonna like rustle it around your face.
What is that?
It's a cartographer's map case. Now that doesn't sound very fancy, but the point is, you're gonna see him like pull out a piece of parchment, and you can see the pages shift a little bit of like various routes and shortcuts always being like changed in and out. If we figure out where he's going, I can get us there half the time. We can meet him halfway. I can set up traps. I can set up ambush. We can cut him off and plan. We don't need to fight him head on. I mean, get me a net. I can create a snare. I already got the bear traps. I can summon thorns around his ankles. I will make sure he can't move. And from there, we can pick him apart with arrows.
Okay.
Do you want to get the rest of the group in on this, or is it just us?
They tend to like, I don't know, overreact. Maybe. We'll see. Plus, they're all kind of crazy right now. I don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah, everyone's been having it rough. I wouldn't blame you or them for them wanting to sit this out. But if you're right about this, and this is a lead for who destroyed your village, then I'm going to back you up on this.
Yeah, my only thing is I kind of don't want to take my eyes off him. Like, what if someone kills him? Before we kidnap him.
You said he's tough to tackle head on, right? So surely other people will be dissuaded from doing so. I mean, how did he act while he was in there?
Yeah, he was kind of loud.
Was he cocky?
Was he what?
Cocky? Overconfident?
Yeah.
Oh, this will be much easier then. Overconfident prey is stupid prey.
Well,
Okay.
you're the hunter, so you think this is best.
You said you tried to come up with a contract in front of him, and I'm guessing he denied such a thing?
Yeah, I used Revan's name because I figured he's like the leader or something. It didn't work. Tried to make him come back with me, and then I was gonna knock him out, but
Well, maybe it doesn't have to be a Revan. Do we know him to work only under nobles of status, or is he going to be hired by anyone? How much gold did you offer?
1,000, which probably isn't that much. Now that I think about it.
1,000 gold can be life-changing. Tell you what. It might be wise to converse with the group, if not for anything else, just to borrow gold to give off the appearance of paying him. We'll be bound to steal it back after we pick him apart with arrows and traps and whatever.
Okay.
This operation is up to you. However you want to run it, I will follow. Just leave the trapping to me. I've been doing this a long time, and it's one of the few things I'm good at.
Yeah, I guess we can ask them for gold.
Of course. In the meantime, this might be a multi-day process. Keep your ears open since you frequent the place. I'm obviously not going in there because he looks down at himself. Oh, tieflingness and I can't keep a secret to save my life very well.
I might just go follow him to see if he sleeps anywhere, just so I know.
That also works. Yeah, see wherever he's camping out, or just as a second set of eyes, Creed's gonna motion to Lyra again. I can have her keep an eye on him. It's not a familiar. Detect magic will not detect her. It is just a bird.
Okay.
Let's see. So I guess Lyra was already in there. Now that I'm thinking about it, so Lyra knows what the dude looks like.
Yep. So, you just like set Lyra to watch him and keep an eye out, see where he goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can either issue the command like just as an action, or I could literally cast Speak with Animals and be like, all right, follow that motherfucker. So either way, yeah. So we'll have Lyra kind of keeping an eye on him, and they'll report back to us in the morning.
Okay. All right. And then are you guys sticking around here, or are you guys going back to the safe house?
I'm sticking with Gloom wherever she's going.
I just want to see where he goes. Just in case. Like something happens to the bird. Just want to see where he goes. Or if he stays there.
Let's see, how dark is it by the time we got back to town?
It's still morning, like
Oh, alright.
morning, early afternoon.
Oh, then this would be... Yeah, I'll hold off on that. Alright. Obviously, if anything happens... I should buy you a bird whistle. That way you can also call Lyra to you.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the
Transition.
meantime...
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. No, nothing.
Alright. Transitioning back over to Lavender and Korthina. Okay.
Okay, poke.
You guys go. You knock on the door to the Songbird Estate. It's no answer. You knock again.
Korthina looks at Lavender.
No answer. It's quiet.
Shouldn't there be a footman out here at the least?
Yeah, that's weird.
Do you say investigate? I say investigate.
Korthina reaches for the doorknob and tries to turn it.
Okay, it opens.
She slowly
Okay,
pushes
that's
the
not
door
good.
open. And we walk in. Lady Songbird? Korthina calls out. Hello?
You don't
anybody
hear
here?
anything.
Lavender's going to do a perception check.
Okay, all sources of light. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna let you know right now. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. All sources of light are extinguished. Nothing seems to be out of place.
Lavender's going to issue her two dogs to go forward, like try to gesture them forward, and draws a sword. Keep near me.
Oh. How's the layout of this place? I was gonna be like, does Lavender go one way and Korthina go the other way?
It seems like it's like a horseshoe shape. You're starting at one end, and it curves around. It cuts.
Okay.
And then you have like gardens in the middle.
Okay, got it. I see. Korthina has like one hand on her hilt of her sword, and she's like looking around.
Lavender's already got hers drawn.
Closed doors or anything like that?
Yeah, it seems that all the doors are closed. Everything is neat and orderly. There's nothing that's out of place. All the doors are closed.
Would the dogs notice anything?
What are you having them try to notice?
Blood, anything unusual, any unusual smell?
There's no unusual scents. There's no blood.
Lavender's just going to walk forward.
I'm gonna detect good and evil.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Launch that really quick.
All right. And it just it doesn't actually detect alignment. It just detects particular. It's like a different
But yeah,
version
good
of,
and evil.
yeah. Well, you don't detect anything inhuman at all. Going through here.
Lavender's going to use magic awareness, concentrated with magic within 60 feet. That isn't behind total cover. So she's going to start like opening the rooms one by one, trying to look
Yeah, I
in.
was gonna say Korthina starts opening doors.
And I mean, the further into it to the estate you go, you find that you're approaching the study, and that seems to be the final room that you haven't checked yet.
All right, time to open it.
And as you approach the door, you do hear someone talking on the other side.
Korthina, like,
Lavender's going to shush
quickly-
Korthina.
You know, I was gonna say
I'm
Korthina
trying-
was gonna grab her hand really quick and be like, "Shh."
It's
Her
like
ears-
two. It's the
We're both like on the same page with this.
yeah.
Put our ears up to the
Perception
door.
check.
Okay.
Yeah, perception check.
Perception.
Let's go.
22.
I'm glad you did that.
All right, and you're both able to hear some words like Evarissa, you know my stance on this. You know exactly what I intend to do. Lady, you hear Lady Songbird says,
Was that Lady Songbird? Oh,
no, it's a male, it's a man's voice in there.
I was gonna say, do we recognize said voices?
It seems you do recognize the man's voice. It sounds, you've heard it before.
Okay. Keep going.
And Lady Songbird says, "You've given me much to think about, and I will consider it, but I do it hesitantly." And the man's voice says, "Do so. You know where to find me."
Lavender just bursts in at that moment. It's like, fuck no. That sounds like an ominous party word.
Stumbles a little bit because she was really leaning on the door.
And as you go in, you see a very tense Lady Songbird sitting down and Sethric Valen standing off to the side. And you see that the butler is like next to Lady Songbird. And
Sethric's the evil guy, right?
Yes.
Korthina. Lavender's going to ask that, and she's just going to draw.
Yeah.
She's already got a sword drawn. She's going to run towards him.
Like, no, wait, Lavender, hold the phone.
Okay.
Hold the moment. Hold on.
I need you to make
What's
a strength check. Or strength save.
Strength check?
Strength
All
save.
right. 22.
Fucking damn it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got a plus after that, bam. I'm not falling.
Alright, so you're able to charge through as he casts Gust on you in an attempt to push you back, but he's able to like push you back a little bit, but and so I don't know if you're trying to strike him with your sword.
Yeah, it's aiming to pin his arm in place. Not to like kill him or whatever, because
well,
it doesn't seem useful.
You miss. You don't hit him, but he's able to push you back enough so that you miss. This is so noisy. The pieces moving into place, but you don't know when to stay silent when you should. You're very intrusive.
Why, thank you.
Korthina sits there, she's like,
Lady Songbird,
"I'm so glad you missed."
we will be in touch. And he casts a spell that looks like a teleportation spell. He steps through a portal and the portal disappears. And as the portal disappears, you hear a very loud and audible sigh, as if she was like holding her breath, from Lady Songbird.
Lavender's just gonna stow her sword and go, what the fuck was that?
Korthina's just staring down like, oh my god.
There are some pieces that are moving faster than I would like them to. And I'm afraid there are some decisions that must be made before I wish for them to be made.
Like,
That's all
what?
ominous enough, but ominous and such. But why are you working with the dude? I thought he was your enemy. I don't really care much about your politics, but it seems quite odd considering all you say.
It's not that they were enemies in the first place. It's he's a head dude over there and she's a lady over here. They both are in charge of different things on kind of like roughly the same-ish level. Korthina's like trying to explain it the best she can.
Wasn't he in charge of the Shattered Korthina or whatever that bullshit is?
Yeah, he was trying to kill the one. Yeah.
Enough.
And
Enough.
she's not.
Whether or not that is the case, for right now, I hope to have your confidence in this. Alliances must be set aside in this particular instance. What you might know of Setheric, we cannot trust it at this point. Whether or not
Songbird,
he
if I
intends
may.
to do us harm, we don't know. But there's, like I said, there are certain things where we might need to rely on his aid.
Why?
Songbird, you could have just said that to begin with. Who gives a shit? I'm just going to turn to Korthina. Okay, that might have been a little harsh. I know you like work for Songbird and all that, but I've never really seen the point. I know you do, but I don't care about these factions. I just want to know why you're working with them, not whether you're justifying it or not.
There
just don't
are
think it would
rumors that a war might be brewing. And
With Rashali, with the Freedom States?
with Rashali. They're...
Oh,
You're familiar with their elections, yes?
well enough.
Well,
Oh, I should probably let you know something then. And she like looks towards Korthina, kind of like gesturing, like, should we tell her? I'm just going to do a pantomime. I'm just going to do a
Because Korthina just look at you kind of confused, like
performance
what?
check.
Performance check.
18.
Does this have to do with like the dead bodies that we're
dead
wearing?
bodies, yeah. It's like
that
thinking,
we're wearing
as like
garb?
trying to do like
Okay.
is trying to do the garb and like gesture like as if she's playing dead.
Oh, yeah. That probably is something. Yeah.
Do you want to tell her or me?
Yeah. Korthina nods and she's like, "Yeah, we saw, Rashali." She points to Lavender. Were they guards?
No, because Rashali close. Odd if you ask me. I would have said inside job. Would have made sense, but
Where
just
did
as
you
usually
see them?
Rashali. Well,
We saw
without
them on the technically the
without-
front porch.
without going into specifics, we saw them in the woods. And Lavender looks at Korthina with that. Yes, very much so, in the woods. We were going around and we found them dead. They were attacked.
Mm-hmm. Very much torn to shreds. It was an ugly scene.
Well,
Would have said wolves, but wolves don't live there. Just dead.
No.
well, regardless of
Maybe
how,
bandits.
regardless of how it happened, this most recent election has presented a champion of Rashali of sorts. A rare individual has arisen. Perhaps you've heard of her, perhaps you haven't. Her name is Trutelta.
Would Lavender know that name?
Maybe.
Maybe. I would say, I don't. Yeah, I guess. I might have heard of her. I don't know.
Trutelta Azarak. She's very ambitious, from what I understand. Very
Korthina wouldn't know any of this, would she?
bold. Korthina likely wouldn't know any of this.
That's what I thought. Okay. So she's like standing there like confused. Like very like what?
And I fear that she might express her boldness in ways that we that Sethric might foresee, that has foreseen. He has extended a certain olive branch, if you will. But as of yet, there are details that I do not have. And until such details are acquired, what he has offered is still in consideration.
Dude, if you want to fuck him, I don't care. I don't care if you take his deal or not. Just tell us what we need to do when you can. We only came by because we heard you were searching for us. Is there anything we must do for you?
Yes. After the interrogation of Darvis, there were a few things that have come up. One of them, specifically, the caches that he had for the artifacts he was smuggling, as well as the involvement of Lord Morningsong. Now, I would ask that you take on one of the two tasks, either retrieving the artifacts or finding a way to take down Lord Morningsong.
Do you think you can give us the general location of it? We were searching for someone, and if the caches is in the same location, kill two birds with one stone, so to speak.
The caches are up towards the Freedom States.
Is that near where the Genasi is? I don't remember. She's going to turn to Korthina.
Oh, are you speaking of the Blood Genasi?
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
From what I know is that this whatever organization in Velithor, they took the Blood Genasi prisoner. That is what I know.
I thought they escaped, but okay.
Maybe
Okay.
they did escape. Maybe I don't know. I was not able to acquire much from Darvis from my interactions.
I'm trying to look at the map. Where's Velithor?
Top right corner. Complete
okay, that's a
opposite
long way
end
away.
of the lake.
Way up there.
Alright.
Okay. Or take down the,
or take down Lord Morningsong. I can send my agents to go acquire the artifacts, but it seems...
Lavender's just going to go. I saved the artifacts. I'm familiar with the Freedom States. It shouldn't be too hard.
Oh, I'm from there.
Oh, neat.
Kind of chuckles. Yeah, that's where my parents' bakery is.
And so Lavender's just going to reach out like a hand to do like a dap up, like neat.
Yeah.
Dap me up.
And she's like,
Yeah.
just sits there and she's like, I feel like we should for sure talk to everyone else to get their opinions on the matter.
Will you stop by in the morning, or shall we stop by to see you? We'll discuss it with the rest tonight.
Yeah.
You can
Over dinner.
come by and see me again. Hopefully
Alright.
this sort of disturbance doesn't happen again.
And maybe leave a note
We
or
know.
something. There was absolute... And Lavender just turns to the butler. Send someone by the front door next time, or leave a note. I don't know. Maybe not something like, I'm meeting with my arch nemesis, and we're striking the deal, but maybe something to say, you're out.
Is there a bell we missed or something?
No, he's quite loyal, and he's opted to stay by my side, and I do not fault him for that.
I'm just saying, just leave a note, just say you're out or something. Damn, we thought you were being kidnapped. That's why I had my sword drawn and all that.
I was concerned, Lady Songbird. I don't trust that guy. And I know
Well,
I'm just a soldier, so that really my opinion doesn't really matter much, but...
You might be surprised at him. He's much more reasonable than you might think.
Lavender just kind of rolls her eyes and just goes, you tell us not to trust him, whatever, I don't. And Lavender's like completely exasperated. She's standing by the door and goes, Korthina, if you want to talk away. I'm getting out of here before my mind gets fucked anymore.
Alright, I'll be right behind you. And she slowly starts walking after Lavender, and she just looks over her shoulder to Lady Songbird, and she's all like, with respect, my lady, but having someone be a good advocate and trustworthy are very different things. And I really just get a bad vibe. I don't know.
I understand.
I don't know what it is.
I am not asking you to understand yet, but I am asking you to trust me.
Loyalty is telling me to, and I will, out of loyalty. And she turned and gently closes the door and follows Lavender.
On the way out, Lavender's just going to look over to Korthina. Now that I think about it, if you're from the Freedom States, why did you enlist in Stonecall?
She just chuckles. She genuinely chuckles. She's like, because I wanted to be more than a baker. Believe it or not.
I mean, like, you could have chosen anywhere else, or Shally would have been interesting in Delethor. But you chose Stonecall of all places. Alright.
It was one of the places I could get in. I mean, I'm just a baker. I'm just a baker's daughter. I'm nothing fancy.
You're much more than a baker's dozen. So... But anyway, let's get back. I don't understand these politics. I don't want to understand it. I just want to be pointed in a direction and told to kill someone.
You just want to be pointed and said go? I was surprised you didn't want to
pretty
go
much.
take out the Lord. I'm really surprised by that.
Oh, that was pretty obvious. If she gets her hands on the artifacts, we can't use them.
You're right.
I mean, the Lord might have some stuff too, so... But it's not like... I really doubt she's going to... While we're out getting the artifacts, she's going to round up a posse to kill the dude. She'll probably just wait for us. And if she doesn't, that's her loss. We'll just show how stupid she is.
Well, I highly doubt that she'll find a group cunning enough like us to get him and get the artifacts. So, we'll see how that flies. I do agree with you.
My hope is
yeah.
that we get some a little less, cursed amulet, cursed kind of artifacts. We just get our hands on some nice ones. Then we keep them from ourselves, tell her we didn't get them, then kill the dude to make her happy.
I'm sure they're all fiendish, so it really doesn't matter what we grab. Because, I mean, she wants to destroy all of them for reasons I'm still not clear on, other than they're just fiendish objects that do bad things.
You remember that cute little birdie shovel. You know what happened to them. Not all of them are great, but, some of them might be powerful. Why waste it?
Yeah.
And that lady, I already forgot her name, in charge of Shally. I want to meet her.
I will send you... I'm going to put it in the chat.
I imagine Lavender's whole thing is that she writes everything down, but she doesn't bother to pay attention to anything else.
That's funny.
She's smart enough to go I will forget this, I'm writing it down. But I'm not going to remember a single thing. I'm trying to balance her 15 intelligence with the fact that I do not write things down enough.
It's okay. Korthina
Playing a 15 intelligence character with a 7 intelligence in real life, so it's damn.
That's funny. No. But anyway, yeah. I genuinely don't trust anything that's going on in the freaking political and agenda anymore. It's
You know how the kingdom was founded by that dude and his barbarian wife and those 6 groups?
Yeah.
Let's just stop us from just doing that eventually. I don't see the point right now of all that political drama, but eventually we could just depose them all, get rid of the king, long live the new queens. And then I'll bake the bread, and you are in charge with and your family can come and live with you, whatever, and you'll be the royal bakers or something. I don't know. Except you don't want to bake, so.
She's chuckling. She's like, "That sounds awesome."
Lavender is deadly serious.
And Korthina's totally
yeah,
totally not humoring you, but she's sitting there and she's just agreeing with it, just yeah. No,
Lavender can tell, but she's completely serious.
We could sit there and just be crazy great heroes with glory and fame and everything else.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't worry so much about your loyalty or whatever that. You're strong enough. You're quite powerful, and our group could be your new army. Why stick with Lady Songbird when she seems suspicious as shit anyway?
Well, I mean, she kind of kicked me out. I mean, I don't want to say she kicked me out. She put me with you guys because she thought it'd be more useful instead of standing guard. And she points at like a couple guards as they walk by, you know, instead of doing that boring job.
The guards kind of look at you and they flip you off real quick.
Yeah,
then they smile and wave.
They're just jealous. They're just jealous.
Lavender waves back and goes, well, it's certainly a lot more fun now, I would suppose, than, you know, standing guard, but what do I know?
Yeah. I gotta go get my armor, and then we should head back to the house.
Alright, I'll come with you. I'll wait outside, you know.
Cool. Is there anything
But-
else you wanted to run around and do really quick, or no?
Oh, I would have bought this enchanted thing I wanted, but it's way too expensive. That's why I was griping earlier about the price of things. Really need to find a way to make some money without giving
Yeah,
those
we gotta
artifacts,
do
because
that.
I really don't want to do that.
We really gotta make money.
Honestly,
Okay.
the next bandit we come across, I'm murdering them just to sell his shit. I'm sorry if that offends your sensibilities, but they're a bandit.
Yeah. That makes sense.
What's
That's
it?
fine.
What was that name? Blue Jay Cloak? I know she
You
always,
know-
like, robbed from the rich, gave to the poor.
Yeah, I totally know who you're talking about. But, you know, I think that's what we use Gloom for. We just kind of like eyeball the ground like
Blue Jay
"That's what
Cloak.
Gloom is for."
Yeah,
That's funny.
I guess we can, like, toss Gloom at him. See if Gloom can get some money. Speaking of which, I wonder how she's doing. Let's get to your armor and get back.
Let's go. And so we just kind of get walking.
Okay. I mean, I think we're getting up there in time. I know.
Yep.
I know.
Yeah, I was, like, thinking about that.
Creed is wanting to get to bed here before too long.
Yeah, thank you.
So.
Kinda
Sorry about taking so much time.
Yeah, for the sake of
it's all
like
good.
kind of
I
moving
love it.
things along and like getting us to a satisfying end, you're you know, as much as I would love to like role play Johnny Black, you know, you're able to pick up the
It's
armor,
okay. I
take
just
off.
need my armor.
You get back to the safe house. Creed and Gloom, you guys notice that the guy just doesn't leave. So you guys at some point decide to give up and go back to the safe house. And yeah, you guys have a nice long rest, and you know, I'm sure we could pick up before. I guess we could pick up before the long rest if you guys want to talk about anything. But,
Yeah, I was thinking like we could
Yeah,
just
we should
everybody
probably
meets
do
at
that
the
next
safe
week.
house.
So
Yeah.
next week
We can
seems like
stop
a
when
good
we're all
time.
getting back to the safe house because I want to tell everybody what happened with Lady Songbird.
So
Exactly.
all right, is there anything that I missed that is important that needs to be covered, or are we good to end the
Yes,
session now?
one thing. Thomir, how's he getting the body back? I've been thinking that the entire time. Does he like use a wheelbarrow? Like, does he hide it under his cloak and like pretend he's like a fat dude?
He just has a body bag.
He just carries around a random body bag.
A modern day one at that has like the zipper and everything.
Yeah.
That would
like,
be
put a
freaking
flower
hilarious.
on it so it looks like not like a body bag. You just put
Passing-
He just has
Or
a
like a sign that
sack.
says "not a body bag"
He's just carrying around a random zip-it up sack. That's hilarious.
that says flower. I don't know.
Oh no, he's carrying around the body bag and a bag of 10 pounds of sawdust.
What the hell?
Pushing his methods.
I want to know
If anyone
more.
asks, it's his kink.
Is this kink?
Yeah, not the
So-
sawdust. The fact he's carrying it around.
All right.
That's hilarious.
Well, you guys all get back to the safe house. In questionable methods, some less questionable, some more questionable. You guys,
All
you
right.
know, and I think this is a good place for me to stop. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the stop stream button.